Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm gonna tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Hey, how about you tap in? Tap in. Michael, Shawn, and Takeover Legends. Good morning. It is a Tuesday morning. Shout out to everybody to the most unrecognized day of the week. Nobody like Tuesday gets no respect. Shout out to Tuesday, man. I had some good nights on a Tuesday. We had years of doing a thing called $2 Tuesdays in Philly, and that was a great Tuesday. But other than that, Tuesday's like the black sheep of the 7 days of the week. Like he don't even get invited to like holiday celebrations for the 7 days of the week. Like,
what?
He don't even, for real. They said Thursday had a dinner. Tuesday didn't even get invited. It's crazy. Tuesday
morning.
Everybody on IG Live. Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired as hell, y'all. Like I'm gonna, and I'll get to everybody. I don't know what I did. What'd you say?
We outside the club.
I'm letting you in. I'm letting ladies in free. Ladies in free. Like you ain't even gotta wait. You ain't gotta wait for them. You ain't gotta wait for the list. Ladies in free. All right. Is that me? Let me lower this down.
You know what? That's
beautiful morning. So last night I was asleep.
Okay.
And I was chilling, and all of a sudden, man, it's this thing, man. I ain't gonna lie. You start getting older, shit start happening in your sleep, and you don't even get what's really happening. Like my right leg, my calf muscle, and down my ankle, all of a sudden I started getting this pain. And I woke up, and I ignored it. I thought my leg had fallen asleep. I don't know how a whole leg falls asleep. I wasn't sleeping no type of way. Man, I woke up this morning, I literally can't put pressure on my right leg. I had to put icy hot, and Stacy had to give me these pills, and I smell like icy hot now, and it was a stick of icy hot, right? And then I rubbed my leg because I forgot the icy hot was on there. And I'm an eye rubber. I rub my eye, and then I rub my eye. So my eyes are on fire right now. Yeah. I do dumb shit. Like for real. I'm top 5 dead or alive when it comes to doing dumb shit. Like
so you rub the icy hot. And
my right eye.
To rub your eye, and now your eye is burnt. It's like a Three Stooges comedy skit. Like what in the world?
I have a super bad habit since I was a kid. I rub my eyes viciously, right? Rubbing my eyes feels better to me than stretching. Like that's how good it feels to me. And and when I touch any animal, I have to clean my hands immediately after because my skin breaks out. Like I can't rub my face. Like once I get done, I gotta wash my hands. So I will pet my dog, rub my face, and 5 minutes later it'll all break out. And I'm like, why? Like,
but you know you're wrong. You know you did it.
I know.
That's the weird part for me right now.
It's just a grown ass. It makes no sense.
You think it's gonna stop?
It's stupid. It's just absent-minded.
Icy hot in the eyes, though.
That's something you do to somebody to torture them.
Yeah.
You did it to yourself.
I did it to myself. Yeah. Oh, shout out to my mug. I know I shouted it out yesterday. Shout out to this.
Shout out to the mug.
If you want a customized mug, Woke Up Inspired is the website, and you can get, as you can see, Jay Black looks like he's 4 years old. Everybody looks young. Jay Black looks the youngest. I don't know why he looks
like a kid.
He looks he looks like a child TV star. Like he should be on a sitcom.
He looks like Urkel.
Look like Jaleel.
He got a little Jaleel White with the glasses. So
did you tell Jaleel I said hey?
I haven't talked to Jaleel in honestly in years. So
I'm gonna leave Jaleel alone.
Yeah.
I don't know. You built for Jaleel. I don't know, Shawnee.
Okay, well I'll take your word.
Baby, careful. Jaleel type put it right in the Don't let that Urkel fool you.
Don't let him fool you.
Don't let him.
Definitely don't let him fool you. Good morning, Kathy. Kathy Black, our day one supporter.
Good morning, Kathy.
From the door.
So
good morning, Shawn
my
Robinson.
leg is in entire pain right now, and I'm trying to stress this bitch out because I would like to go to the gym and do that stuff. And that was annoying this morning. And what else?
Good morning, Mark.
Mark, what up, Mark? Don Page.
Hey, Don.
What up? Good morning, everybody. What How was your night, Jay? How was your night, Jay Black?
Kelly J Transportation. What up, Dallas area? Get with our girl Kelly J. Oh,
Yes.
pain. Look at the old man. He's an old man. Mike, you breaking down, son. You need to get your life together. You got to do something. I don't know what that's. You looking like an extra old. You're not that old, dude. It's a mindset.
No,
Being old is a mindset.
No, listen, you fell off a ladder. Shut your ass up. What the hell are you talking about? He's a clumsy old ass man.
I'm not old.
You old as hell, falling off a ladder's head first.
Another day one. I fell off a ladder being productive, doing young people stuff.
You wasn't doing young people stuff. You was on a crinky ass old ladder. What was you? That's some old people stubborn stuff. A young person be like, "Look, this ladder's not good. This ladder's not. I got this. I know what I'm doing here."
Mike banging into stuff, icy hot, and you over here looking like an old man. You need to fix it.
This thing hurt for real, dog. It's a pain going from the back of my head. Like, where is the nurse practitioner when you need her? It's like it's a shot going up.
On here in a minute.
Oh, Sabisa, might need some insight. She may have some tips that she could do to jump on.
Oh, okay. Well, Jay, tell me how, because I'm gonna tell you how. This is why people don't believe why I get frustrated. But go ahead, Jay. How was your
my night was half and half. For those who are into fantasy football, we know that yesterday was the last day to determine if you made the playoffs or not.
F football. You didn't make the playoffs?
I made it in one of the leagues.
But you was a wild card. You don't sound like you made it in.
No, I'm the number one seed in one league.
That must be the one that you do for your. That must be the one you the boss at.
No. And then another one I just missed by 11 points off a tiebreaker. Like, it's crazy. A tiebreaker with points I lost by like
ain't no 13, such thing as just missing 13, when it's by 11 points.
No. There's a tie. We had the same record, but there's certain top teams. So with the same record, it was whoever scored the most points throughout the season. And he got me by, I think, like 11 or 12 points. So literally, that's the difference between me. That is close point. That's literally a touchdown. Come on, stop it. That's like one pass, a good little 40-yard and a touchdown game. Boom, you win.
You're the kind of guy gets happy over a close loss. I don't like you on my team. I don't like people like you on my team. We almost won. We almost won. We hung in there. What else happened?
But I am good though. So some of my fantasy leagues I'm good and some I'm not. So but no, that was it. That was just stressful over that. The last game plays a part. You know, every score, every run, everything. So yeah, that was my night worrying about that. Good morning, Jacqueline.
What up, Shawn? How was your night?
I slept all night. I did a lot of work in the day, had to go scout some venues, and I got home about, I think, I don't know.
What you scouting venues for? What you about to do? What the hell are you scouting venues for?
Oh, some programs for the summer. Some summer that we're trying to put together here in DFW.
All right.
And I talked to Jay and Lady Q for a little while. And then
at the same time?
Yeah.
It's hard to talk to them at the same time. You know why? Because they bicker back and forth over everything, yo. They are the bicker couple, yo. They'll bicker and go back to the conversation with you like they didn't bicker in between. Like, they'll jump right. Yeah. What I'm saying is, I was telling you. No, I don't understand. Like, you really, like, I get what you're saying. So, Shawnee, what you say? You scouting venues? Well, hold on. You was just in mid bicker. I don't know why I use that word bicker. I've never used that word bickering.
Healthy conversation is good. It's good to be able to go back and forth and speak your mind and agree, disagree, and move on. That's it.
I hear y'all talk. It gives me flashbacks when I was a kid watching my parents fight. I be ready to get off the phone. Like, let me let you go, Jay.
Let you go handle that.
No, go handle that. I don't know what's going on. Tell her the show's over, so it ain't got nothing to do with me. Once the show's over, I don't talk about no topics. Once the show's over, it's all over. I don't care what we talked about. It's over. So you scouted places, and then you came home. What time did you fall asleep?
I don't know what time we get off phone, Jay. About 6:30.
You fell asleep right after the phone call?
Yeah, I'm still recovering from this party. I was tired.
She had a big event.
Tired, yeah. And then I had to drive all around DFW.
Man, Jay Black and Lady Q wore you out on the phone. You had to go directly to sleep.
Well, that's what I was trying to do when they called.
Here I go, right?
We talked. Actually, I talked Jay Black up because my best friend was over here. She went with me, And she was like, girl, listen to this story. This man fell off a ladder at his home. And because he was working from home, he filed workman's comp and won. I said, that's Jay Black. And then the phone rung, and it was Jay Black. His ringtone came on. I said, that's Jay Black calling right there.
Working from home, same rules apply. I like that. I saw that story.
Funny thing, it wasn't even a ladder. His old ass, he hurt himself his shoulder off a step stool. It wasn't even a ladder. It was just reaching for something on the top of the closet.
Stairs. Probably the stairs in his house.
Who?
The man.
Who? What?
That was a legit story.
The man. That's a real story.
No, I believe you. I'm telling you the real story too about Jay. He tried to.
Oh, he fell off the step ladder.
No, I did not.
There was a step ladder. He was just trying to get a sweater. Like that's all he was trying to get.
I was trying to get dressed for work.
He was trying to get dressed for work. He messed up his shoulder. He fell on carpet. It wasn't even a hard floor. It was some comfy carpet.
Getting ready for a Zoom meeting.
Get ready for a Zoom meeting. Pull the muscle.
You're an idiot.
So I take my vaccination card everywhere. I keep it in my back pocket. I take it everywhere. And I got it in a little holder. I'm very it's one of the few things that I'm very organized with. So I take it every time I go to the airport because I believe at some point some law is going to pop up and they're going to start checking people's vaccination cards. That's what I keep thinking. So I forgot it for the first time ever in my apartment. I have a very important meeting that I have to go to Friday. And I'm excited about the meeting.
But you took a picture of it and saved it in your phone. I already know you got it in your
No. Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. Why would I do that? Why would that would be too easy. So I get the text that we have this meeting set up. I'm excited about the meeting. Then at the bottom it says, oh, by the way, in order for the meeting to happen, you need your vaccination card. God, I'm like, God, what? Like, what I do? I bring my vaccination. Shawnee, I'll be at the Kroger and my vaccination card will be in my back pocket.
Oh, man.
I'll be at the gym and my vaccination card will be in in my car. Everything. I knocked off a few Asian chicks. No, I'm playing. And I had my vaccination card.
The vaccination card was in his back pocket.
And I had it in the back pocket just in case. Shout out to 360 Massage.
So you didn't have your card, and I guess we got to carry it now everywhere we go. It should be an app or easy way.
They can look it up. You can get it online since you did it. Since you really got the shot.
Yeah, and it was weird because I picked up my daughters from school and we heard a commercial. That's where I realized I may not have my vaccination card. So yes, in Jersey, there's an app that I downloaded and it has my vaccination. It came up. So I do have the card, but I just realized how stupid, little stuff like that would irritate me to death. But I was able to get the vaccination card and it's on there. So that's cool. So people, keep your vaccination card because at some point Mike must be going to New York. Yes.
Super easy.
Well, very close to New York. Yeah.
Yeah, same kind. Yeah.
So I almost got frustrated, but I talk to God because I'm telling you, y'all, I make myself sick. Like I get on my own nerves.
Yeah, you put icy hot in your eyes. That's
in my eye. Yes. I went to go do that comedy show I told you yesterday and instead of putting south, I put north in the GPS and wound up on the other side of Philadelphia. Who does that?
Mike.
Me. It irritates the hell out of me. Do you know one day I left my apartment and I locked the door on everything I love, y'all. And when I got to my car, I said, where are my keys at?
I'm a fight super. Let me get that comment.
What'd he say? Put the comment in.
No,
let me see the comment.
No, it's an in-house thing. It's an in-house thing. Keep going.
So, my apartment is literally, it's like walking it's like walking 4 minutes. I don't have my car keys when I get to the car. And I'm like, how did I do? I said, this is impossible. And now I'm
out the door.
Shawnee, that's what I said. I'm talking to God. Like when I get frustrated, I talk out loud. I don't care who sees me. I don't care who's around me. I just talk out loud, right? We'll get to it, Dave. Oh, John Bernard, what the hell? Okay, keep that one up there. So I walk back up to the door and I check the door to make sure I locked it. I locked it. Now I'm literally going like this. Like, what are you doing, Mike? Well, obviously, not only did I not have my keys, at this point, I realized I don't have my phone.
Oh, damn.
You're a comedy skit yourself, a walking parody. But go ahead.
So I'm like this looking around. So next to my apartment, the door, there's steps going to the next floor. So what I realized I did is I tied my shoe and I put my phone and my keys on the third step, not the step right next to my shoe. I don't know why I put it on the third step. And I'm looking around. I said, it's just sitting on the steps. No, I was irritated. I didn't talk to myself for the rest of the day. Like for the rest of the day, I didn't even say a word. I didn't have no self-talk. Disgusted with this. Shout to Super. I got ears everywhere, Mike and Jay. I might or might not have a meeting as well. We'll see.
That's funny.
Hey, the more the merrier, homie. The more the merrier.
Yes,
all right. Let me get we got a waitress tip situation that's gonna be interesting. We got a kid who shot somebody who was trying to rob them in the face.
Okay.
We got Kim Kardashian setting Kanye thought he was cute, had his little free Larry Hoover concert with Drake. He thought he was cute, but he did run away, and he was like, Kimberly, and he
wants his wife back. He wants his lady back.
You can only
Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that.
You can only push a woman so far. When that woman gets to that point, when they are sick of you,
well, if she went to the dude that she went with, what's his name?
Pete Davidson.
I mean,
no, but that's her speed. Kim likes to fix people. Pete Davidson is been very open with his mental health problems. He's been, his dad was a firefighter, died in 9/11. He was one of the first responders that died in 9/11 trying to save people out the World Trade Center. So Pete Davidson is a comedian, battled with addiction, battled with mental health, has been super depressed and anxiety, and guess who wants to be with him?
So
the fixer.
Might as well get back with Kanye. He got all them problems too.
She's sick of him,
Yeah, no, I saw in the report. She said that there's no reconciliation.
So she wants to fix people, but then when they get on her nerves, she just drop him like a hot potato. That's not cool.
Wow.
I ain't gonna blame him.
You know what? Asking for this. I don't want to get with nobody that got mental problems, heroin problem, and all that. I mean, I'd be like, hey, yeah, nice meeting you. I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, the marriage you're supposed to ride out to a certain degree and support and all that. Good morning, Queen Born.
I can see if she went and got somebody that was all together. Okay, well, she turning over.
You're supposed to be better than your last, right? Ain't that the thing? Your next supposed to be better than your
ex? Trust me. Even with all that I just said about Pete Davidson, he's probably still a whole hell of a lot easier to be around than Kanye West. Probably a whole lot easier.
So why is she keep dragging him on, going to his events? That's stringing him. You giving him hope to think that he got a chance to get her back.
You got the kids. They got kids. Kevin Hart, Tory pops up and stuff with Kevin Hart, or goes to events with the kids.
But Kev ain't trying to get Tory Hart back. No. He ain't saying Kimberly, Tory. He ain't trying. He ain't on no crusade
Kanye
to try to get his family back.
the first person who said it was over. The first person who was like, "It's over," and blasted her and her family. Then when he gets on his meds for 24 minutes, then he's like, "I love you." Can you imagine being married to a black man and one day this man wakes up and has a Trump hat on? You know how confused you got to be? You know how literally confused you got to be that you see your husband on TV saying slavery was a choice?
Well,
that's part of that's.
Do you know how many years?
Kanye is not. I mean,
do you know how many years that girl hung in there with, and we never heard one rumor about her cheating on him?
And then how often do they turn out to be the richest black man in the world?
God bless him.
I mean,
money ain't everything.
But I mean, I'm just saying there's certain things that come with it. And the reality is, money. She knew what she knew Kanye wasn't.
That he wasn't
the door
right when he got together.
He knew he had some mental aspects.
But nobody knew, and she tried to hang in there. So I give her credit. Most women I know would not have sat in there for years upon years upon years upon years. As the one point where he almost messed up all the money. That's why Jay-Z at one point had to give the dude $25-30 million. Because he damn near ruined everything.
Good morning, Stacey.
Well, but she
hung in there.
Not like she got a better guy. She got the same guy. He's just white.
Wait, forget the guy. She's single. So she can hang out with a dude. But I'm saying
she hanging out with the same dude. He just white.
She allowed to hang out with whoever she wants, but she's also allowed to say, I'm done with Kanye. We would not have been with Kanye as long as she was, y'all. Like y'all gotta give the girl credit for hanging in there with this dude. After rehabs, after coming out, after purposely getting off of meds, it was a lot.
My problem is you're stringing them on now and giving them false hope that he can. You can't be coming to my current events now. Knowing
she didn't go to the Larry Hoover concert.
She was just at the last couple events.
She was at the record release when they were still trying to work
but
stuff out.
If you know I'm trying to get you back, why would you show face to be there? That's just giving me more false hope.
What type of child are you?
I agree with it. Nah, I wouldn't go. If you trying to live with me and I know I don't want to be with you, I would. Hey, you know what? I'm really happy for you. I wish you the best and good luck. You gonna kill it. But I'm not.
If the kids want to go and the kids are like, Mom, can we go to Daddy's record release party? You're gonna take.
Oh well, yeah, I'll take the kids.
So that's what
I'm not. I'm just talking about me solo. Me solo just showing up. Nah. What if the kids want to?
And then when somebody begs you, like Kanye, yo, I'm doing this record release. It would be dope if you just come because you know how the publicity is. It would be dope if you come and you go like, all right, I'll just show up there, and I'm like, I'll go there. No, Kanye, come on, man.
Well, I would do that too. I'd be like, all right, let's take these pictures. Send me my check.
So Mike's the type that'll string the chick along and then take her gifts, but still don't want to talk to her.
No, that's not. That's a business deal. What he's talking about is business. It's not personal. So
it's all business.
No.
It's all business. That girl didn't do nothing wrong. That girl should be given an award for hanging in there with Kanye West as long as she did. I don't think she
should be given an award.
A
whole bunch of people need to be given an award for hanging in there with people.
But an absolute award for hanging with Kanye.
A whole bunch.
Friends can't even hang with Kanye. Jay-Z had to leave that dude alone. Like this dude was, and God bless him because I know he struggles with mental health. I get it. I'm not discrediting that. I'm just saying, I know I'm not hanging in there like that. She's talking it out because they are married, and she did, for better or worse.
For better or worse.
And that's what she did until there's a limit.
There's a limit?
There's
a limit to better or worse?
You can't break up with me in public. You can't break up with me. You can't put out a statement that you no longer want to be with me.
That ain't the worst. I'm sure there's levels to worse.
Stacey, how about this? I dare you to go on social. I dare you. And I dare myself. How about if Stacey dares me to go on social media and say I no longer want to be with her and see if my ass is allowed back in this house? Them locks would be changed. I'd be stuck outside.
For transparency, I felt a little bad in a previous marriage. She got addicted, and I stepped out. I was out.
You got addicted to what?
Some hard drugs. Got caught up and started doing drugs, and I was out. I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. So I mean, no, an ex of mine, and I'm sitting there.
I'm sorry.
I'm sitting there throwing glasses at the. What said? I did the same. I was out.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I was out because I'm like, wait, you got this addiction. You're not trying to stop. I'm trying to get you help. You still want to go down that path. I'm not dealing with that. So it is a point where enough's enough. So it is levels to better and worse. So I take that back. The more I'm thinking about it, I open myself up to that.
Yeah, because it's not fair to the person. Like I understand trying to ride out. I'm not saying you leave once something.
I did feel a little bad though. You do feel a little bad.
Yeah, but you ain't had no reason to feel bad because you sat there and you did everything you possibly could. You went above and beyond. How about that? You went above and beyond.
Yeah.
Now I never told you to leave. I wanted to tell you to leave, but I never told you to leave.
Thank you, Shawn. And I mean, just people,
half our black women deserving guys, everybody listen. Can we stop comparing stuff? I just said Kim Kardashian. I didn't say black women don't need awards. I just said Kim Kardashian deserves an award. That's all. Like, why we always got to take it right to what black women need awards? Okay,
we do.
Yeah, but that wasn't the conversation.
It wasn't the black woman.
Yeah, it's like, how do we get to the conference? Like, we never said black women don't need awards. I think black women need awards.
Yeah.
But whenever it comes to Kim, it's always this little racial undertone that people don't want to give her credit because they like, yeah.
I give her credit for, I really want their marriage to work. I get it. If
you root for them, you root for Kanye, right?
I'm rooting for both of them because I think they're a beautiful family. They have beautiful kids. They can create some beautiful things together. But
Stacey, what are you talking about? Back to deadbeat dad drugs is why he gets the Grinch finger. What are you talking about? I don't know. Did I miss something?
Who's the? Who we talking about?
Who gets the back to the deadbeat dad drugs?
I don't know. Stacey, you got to explain that, Kanye, because I don't know where that.
You called it Kanye.
I don't know where that came from.
No, it must have been something we hit on and we just missed. I could be behind in the comments.
But yeah, so I mean, we got that Kim Kardashian story, and then I want to put this out there to everybody, and shout to everybody on the IG. We're gonna have Business Bully's gonna be on here.
Yep.
Who else we got on the show today?
Dave got some tangible tips for 2022.
Tangible tips.
Tangible tips. Some things that you should be
Catchy
looking.
Little phrase. Tangible tips.
Yeah, that came up. Yeah, that was me. And I even said to her, hey, maybe some tax return investments, because people, we get our tax return, we got all these plans for that money. What do we really do with it?
Tangible tips for 20 what?
For 2022, things that we should be working on.
I thought you said 2023, and I was like, yo, did I miss something?
Saving money, investments, things of that nature. So Dave always got a lot of good insight. So he be coming on the show.
And and then before we get into that, the waitress situation people just annoys me, and it's tragic. The shooting in the face, kid shot somebody. Jay Black talked about his ex and my ex.
She went through the same thing. She went through the same thing. Yeah.
Got you. Sorry, I take the Kanye West thing back. I was Kanye West. I didn't follow you. I'm sorry. Sometimes the comments be behind or we be ahead, or it's kind of crazy. Let me just shout out the Baby and Travis Scott. So the Baby is at the Rolling Out tour. And they started throwing stuff at him, throwing some stuff at him, over what he said and everything like that. And then Travis Scott was at a concert, and there was a boo or something, and his song got played at the concert, and just the song, he wasn't there, and the folks at the concert started booing, and y'all might get annoyed by this, but the Baby and Travis Scott, I want you to pay close attention when you're crossover fans on how fast they turn on you. I want to listen to the key words. You're crossover fans. The people that would never bring you home to their parents to meet them. Those crossover fans. Those people. You see how fast they leave you for dead? Or they love you for the little toy that you are. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's so, the Baby Travis Scott. He's so cute. I love him. He tough. He from the streets. Look, oh my God. Like, can you imagine being with him? You see how fast they turn? You see how fast they leave you for dead? You see how fast? How fast them folks will start banning you from concerts? I saw an Instagram post that said, this cancel culture would not know what to do with Tupac when he put that diss song, Hit 'Em Up. Y'all wouldn't know what to do with Tupac. See, I can say this with Tupac and Biggie and our artists. For good or bad, we never left them. We rolled out with our artists.
We did.
We rolled out with our artists.
Good point.
We ain't never get Softy Records. Oh, he offended me. I'm not gonna mess with him anymore. These crossover folks
good point.
That get you to the award shows and get you to certain festivals that you were never gonna be at. Oh, they'll flip on you in a second. Now, when you go back to us and a place that holds 1,500 people, and you're somewhere, we'll be there rocking with you, not giving up what went on. For good or bad. Just want to put that out there. We did the artist hardcore fan base. Yes, we rode out.
Y'all rode out. Other than Mystical, you didn't ride out with Mystical. You left Mystical.
No, I'm not saying like.
No, I'm playing.
Yeah. No. But in a way, we still rode out with Mike Tyson. Like when he.
No, we did. We rode out with Mike.
We still riding out with Mike Tyson. But I'm saying stuff that just offended lyrically or whatever. First of all, the fact that we really think that Travis Scott is to blame for what happened at that.
Which is still, that's so mind-boggling to me.
Like
that it's
how
his
one
fault.
person, and there's 100,000 people there, can literally, you want to assume that he knows what somebody wants on the side of the stage when there's 100,000 people he's performing for in front of him.
I think they're saying because of his previous shows, he generally incites that. He didn't do it then, but you have a reputation to attract a certain core people that breeds that energy that causes it.
And once again, y'all, hip hop didn't create mosh pits. They didn't create mosh pits. They didn't create that jumping and banging each other all over the head in the crowd. Who created that? Them white boys. That was at them rocks. Y'all all want to be rock stars, right? That's what y'all want to be. They ain't getting, you know how many people got damaged? What was Kelly J's comment real quick? Let me read that. Mike took a dude's ear off. I'm forever riding with him. Oh, Mike Tyson, funny. Yo, like we didn't create these mosh pits, but y'all keep wanting to be rock stars.
Jumping on shirts all banging into each other. That's how fights start. As soon as you banging into
Y'all keep wanting your crossover appeal. Y'all keep wanting to jump over there. They'll leave you for dead in a second.
Good morning, Malik.
Once you offend them, they'll leave you dry right where you stand. And that's what they doing now to the Baby and Travis Scott. And I'm not a Baby fan on what him and that girl went through or whatever, but I don't know the whole story behind it. So who am I? I just know y'all will they will leave you high and dry. And the funny thing is that some of y'all people, Black and Hispanic, will go along right with it. When the white people get upset, y'all go right with it. Y'all sell them out right there. The fact that I saw these white folks booing a Travis Scott song, I said, you see why? That's why you better remember who your core audience is. Don't get it effed up, yo. Don't get it effed up. Because trust me, there was millions of people who is rocking with certain old school classic rappers. But we know who goes to see them now in concert. We know who going to see him now in concert. But y'all go ahead. I just thought that was very interesting with the Baby and Travis Scott getting white people just basically trying to cancel him that quick. I'm like, all right, y'all go ahead. Y'all still tap dancing for him. Y'all still tap dancing.
Travis Scott and the Baby tap dancing for him?
Oh, yeah, because the Baby was getting stuff thrown at him at the Rolling Out Concert Festival. Then Travis Scott had his song played at this one festival, and they started booing. And I said, it's funny how your crossover audience will leave you for dead that fast.
But if they were there, well, no, they threw it at the Baby.
No, the Baby was there.
Yeah, I can't say. I say they usually show love.
He gotta cater to that audience,
and that's why
because of the record company.
Love it or hate it. This is why it's not about rap. This is why I really love Tupac, and I put it on a post. Tupac would address that right to your face on that stage. And tell you F you. To your face.
To your face.
I think Baby's about that life. I don't think Baby intellectually knows how to handle this because he doesn't know how to handle all the people behind him who have invested millions of dollars in him. And he doesn't know. Like he wants to be ignorant. He wants to be ignorant, but he can't.
But he does that naturally. But he don't know how to do that with it's that massa complex. He's the jester on the plantation. He's there for entertainment. And then when they all come after him, he don't know what to do. He's scared. Like, no.
No, he's scared because he ain't got financial freedom. That's why he's scared. Because they don't know how to flip that money. First of all, he may not even own his masters. He may be in the worst record deal ever.
Yeah.
Dog, Prince said did anybody see what Prince said to Alicia Keys? Did anybody see Drink Champs with Alicia Keys?
I did see that. Alicia Keys interview with Drink Champs. Mike, you can break that down. Yeah.
Yo, this was the dopest thing ever. So Alicia Keys does this song, and there's some part that has the same exact transition as Purple Rain. So she knows she has to go see Prince to get permission for this, right? Because he owns it, right? Oh, sidebar. Nas asked Prince to do a song with him. Prince said, I'm down. Prince said, do you own your masters? He said, no. He said, I can't do it. I can only work with people who own their masters. Boom. First thing, I'm like, Prince is a gangster, right? Alicia says she flies all the way to London, gets the private jet. She said, obviously, when you go to a hotel suite and Prince owns it, it's different. It's a different type of vibe, the hotel suite that you're walking in, right? So she plays the song. She says, it's about my grandmother. This, and that is one of the most inspiring songs I've ever had. Now, she needs permission because this one transition is exactly like Purple Rain. It's basically like getting a sample of Purple Rain. So she needs permission. And he's like, love the song, but you're going to have to change something because these people who own Purple Rain are not going to send their kids to college off of this. I'm not sending their kids to college off the money they're going to make off of this. I said this, motherfucker.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not sending their kids to college. So you got to change something. I love the song. And whatever you do, you can just change it subtly. All you got to do is change something and you can do it. I'm not going to give you no problems. But what they not going to do is these white folks ain't going to get rich off of that again. I said, this mother Prince.
He know his self-worth. He knew what he got. And like, nah.
Like when everybody was looking at him crazy for being a symbol, I didn't even understand why he made himself a symbol because he didn't have the ownership over Prince. They still had it. So he had to create a whole identity so they couldn't own that. So that's why he created the symbol. So they couldn't make any bread off of that.
We just thought he was crazy.
I said, damn it.
Morning, Shelly.
This dude, Prince, was light years ahead of everybody. Him and Michael Jackson, light years ahead of everybody.
I mean, well, wouldn't you say Sam Cooke too?
Oh, Sam Cooke was light years ahead of light years. Sam Cooke never got the credit he should have deserved, that he deserves right now for owning a record label back in the 50s and 60s. He did it way before Barry Gordy. He was more gangster than him because he was like, man, we're going to do this music and I'm going to take you from your record deals. I'm not discovering you. I'm going to take you from your record company. Mm-hmm. Sam Cooke had to die. Them white folks had to make sure he didn't survive that.
But every artist, they sign those deals because you want to get on. If somebody said right now, Mike, I got this album for you to do. You're going to be auto-tuned. You're going to make this hit. You're going to sign it because that's what people do.
But
I guess once you get older,
smarter than that, though. That's the thing. It's like we keep seeing that happen and we keep going down that same.
You have to go down it. You have nothing. No, if you have nothing right now, you can take that money and at least that can turn into something that you come out of it. But versus me not coming out at all.
But this is something else. You can work with. There's other record labels out there, or you could build your own conglomerate. It's like
I'm hot now. You hot right now. Either sign this deal, even though I'm telling you, getting got, but you're gonna get on. But then after that, you good. Whatever. 5 years later, but right now,
you're not good because the deal is whack. You really not getting nothing.
But now you can get a better deal because you're known. You're popping on the surface level.
But I will say these kids that are out right now are so much smarter than us in how they use technology, and so much they make so much money. Like a guy like Country Wayne literally makes $90,000 a month just on YouTube. Mm-hmm. He was like, it's hard to leave the house to do a comedy show now because I don't get paid enough money to do a comedy show. As these young folks they're really making some money, and how they're flipping this social media, and how we realize that record labels are record labels are really trying to choke out artists because they realize, one guy said it, all the record label is a bank with connections. That's all it is. It's a bank with connections. Now, if they give you an upfront deal where you're like, I need to own my publishing and my masters, and you're going to recoup, but I own this. Like, that's a different story. And a lot of people are demanding it. There are rappers who have demanded that. Master P back then was like, I'm owning these. You're never getting these.
Yeah, but Master P had some knowledge when he went into it too.
Oh, he was a great drug dealer. That's the greatest knowledge the greatest knowledge you can have in America. And Bill Gates said, no, it wasn't Bill Gates. I forget what guy said it. Was it Elon Musk? Drug dealers right now, a productive drug dealer. Now, you're either going to die or get put in jail most of the time. But if a productive drug dealer, he can run any business. It doesn't matter what the product is. He's already mastered how to distribute. He's already mastered how to get a company organized. He's already mastered what it is to cop territories and how do you market in certain territories. He's already mastered all this.
Yeah, he mastered that, but then he had the white boy knowledge too, the college knowledge. That's what I should say. He had that too. He had finished that. So,
no, I get it. I mean, you want to know tax laws.
The best of both worlds, yeah.
Well, how about Jay-Z didn't have the college thing? I'm just saying, if you're able, there is an amazing school of hard knocks that I think people are amazing.
Street smarts is vital. I always tell people that ain't always book smarts.
I'm not promoting drug dealing. I'm just saying, people who think drug dealers are lazy, that's the worst thing you can say. I would never be a drug dealer because I'm too lazy for that shit. And
the block boys are lazy, the ones that's out there selling the dime bags and stuff.
And them poor dudes take the risk. Jay Black, get Country Wayne on the show. You get Country Wayne on the show.
We'll reach out. Why not? Maybe that could be a top of the year. We get all these new artists and new guests start popping up again. We're at least a lineup. I like that.
Oh my God!
You
All
know
right,
it'd be dope.
we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get
I
straight to
used
that
to use
waitress.
drugs. What? Oh, wait, I
You see,
misread that.
I use the drug dealer game knowledge with my business.
Yeah. Street
Business
smart.
is business, y'all. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? Oh, whatever he was. Okay, Billy.
Was not.
He wasn't. He wasn't. He never sold drugs. Okay.
You sure Master P never sold?
Never sold drugs.
I don't know. I think he said he did, but I could be wrong. Allegedly, I don't know.
I might be totally wrong. Have a good few drug dealers in my life, Stacy. I had a few good drug dealers in my life.
Them dope boys.
That's too much
Dope
pressure.
boys you taking care of, but that is a scary life.
I knew a person who delivered crack to people's houses. I thought that was the craziest thing ever.
Oh, delivery.
He literally delivered. It was he had an RX-7, and he literally did. I didn't notice. I didn't know until I thought we were just going to play basketball. He was like, "We got to make a few stops." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said, "I guess we're gonna get some Gatorade or something."
Unbeknownst to you,
And it was literally like
accessory to a crime. No.
It was like housewives. It was like regular chicks like walking out, and he was giving it to them. They would have babies, and they look healthy. They didn't look like crackheads. They look straight healthy. They would just like come out with the baby. It was like it was just regular people. It was crazy. Master P made too for the music industry that he has. Master P did sell drugs in the early days. Yeah. Hey, y'all gonna argue? Y'all go get it popping with each other because I'm tired.
No, I remember. I swear I remember P telling the stories. Yeah.
I know the record store. Somehow he got the money for the record store. He had the record store. Look, Master P is ridiculous. All these dudes are ridiculous. All these men and women are out here doing what they're doing. And sometimes you don't have to be worth $50 million for me to be like you're successful. If you are paying your bills every day and you are taking care of your family every day based on what you do and your entrepreneur spirit, you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it. Like people like Mike, don't you ever get upset that you ain't Kevin Hart?
Well,
no, I don't, because I'm never going to be Kevin Hart's journey. My thing is, I've paid every bill in my life since I was 23 years old based on comedy. Everything I've ever purchased is based on comedy.
But it's a difference between thriving and making do, right? We can't settle for just you making do.
Well, you got to make do first to thrive.
Yeah. Steps to this.
What's that thing? You gotta crawl. So crawled so I could walk, and then so walked so I could fly, and so flew so I could fly higher. No, that's not it. So
I get what you're saying, man.
Nah, like
but
if
you can't
settle,
just don't settle for mediocrity.
No, you don't settle.
Yeah,
like y'all calling
success is different. Success is different to each person.
I already know what I need to crack my success. When people are like, you should never be content. You don't know me. I already know my cap out. I'm gonna know my tap out. But even Lady Q, J Black Swipe with the clothing now.
Mm-hmm.
You just grinding it out.
Yeah, she's grinding it out.
Placing the seeds. Shawnee's been grinding it out. She's got this going on. She's got that going on. And it will all come full circle as long as you keep going. But the fact that you're doing it is amazing because cats right now are going to a job that they hate right now. I ain't saying this is easy because it ain't easy, and I'm not saying it ain't stressful because goddamn it's stressful.
Yeah.
Shawn Robinson, the more money you make, the more money you spend. Unfortunately, I learned that was my downfall. That's not the way it should be. That's not the way it should be.
You make more money now. You want the bigger car. You want the higher car note. You want the bigger house.
There was so many simple. Yeah, you want the bigger house, which is ridiculous because what are you getting the bigger house for?
Because you make more money, you can afford it.
Yeah, I'm like I was like, I'm good. And everybody got their space.
I'm gonna get a bigger car. That's it.
Yeah,
but a bigger SUV. But that's a necessity though for their stuff, their equipment.
But we do that. You get a raise, and now you're offsetting. You're doing something different. That now you could have been building a lead, but no, you get more money, so you feel like you need to spend it or lock yourself into a new commitment. And
it's so crazy.
Maybe that's something for Dave to talk about too.
My dad told me every raise you get, you're supposed to you take that raise and you never get the raise. That raise has to be deducted out of your check into something. He said every raise.
Right. I need to talk to your dad.
He did. Yep. Everything he did, that's what
you qualify for higher stuff now, though. You qualify for
what? This is what I always get. Why are we getting the stuff? Are we getting it because honestly, all I need, if I moved out of here right now, I would just need something I would need one more room. That's it. Like if I moved out of here right now and blessed to move out of here, I would just need one more room. That's it. I'm not having a $10,000 mortgage. I'm not doing that, Kurt. That God bless whoever does it. I can't do it. That would stress my head out no matter how much money I had. That would make my chest hurt.
Mortgage?
Yeah, that would make my chest hurt.
Woo!
That would make my chest hurt.
But if you got 80,000 coming in, you only taking 10, you still got 70 every month.
But my thing is, I can live in I don't know when a $400,000 house wasn't enough, but I mean, it all depends on who the person is.
True.
It all depends. Because honestly, I would rather stack my money this time around and in 6 years be like, have the option to tap out and just go sit on the beach and wear some slides all day and be that dude and get chubby on purpose and just chill.
No purpose.
That's what I want to do. I want to be able to eat ice cream in the middle of the day and not even worry about it. So when we come back, speaking of money, a waitress got a $4,000 tip.
Whoa.
Yep, and they tried to get at her. The owner tried to get at her, and everybody wanted a piece of the pie. And that bitch said no. We'll take a break, come back in 3 minutes. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah, y'all. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
Hey,
Makai is in the building.
Good morning, guys. What's
Good
up?
morning. Good morning.
Yo, Makai, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, big dog. Appreciate you, Mike. Thank you, son.
Congratulations. Yes. Let me tell you something. I want you to embrace this moment in life
Absolutely.
Because right now the blessings are crazy and
let me tell you, man. Let me tell you.
And you gotta breathe this shit in. Like you gotta breathe it in and be like, yo, this is amazing.
Yo, that's every day, man. Taking it a day at a time. Just grateful to be here, excited. Doing what I love, man. I'm blessed.
Now, I always like the how you lead to a moment where you get this role. So I want to know, first of all, explain the audition. Explain the audition for the role.
That's wild. Good morning, Tamara. I see you down there in a little chat joint. Okay. My audition process. I was sitting there watching Power one day and was like, yo, I'd love to be on Power because I was a fan of the show, before even becoming a part of the franchise. But I just randomly said it watching TV one day. Nobody was around when it happened. And a week later, my team sent me, they hit me like, yo, we got this audition for Power. And I was hyped immediately because it was Power. I loved the show. I could have got shot at the end of that episode. I didn't care.
Right.
So I went in for that first audition. I was like, yo, I'm getting this. I told my team, I want this. So I went in, I left it all on the floor. They called me back. Miss Vicky Thomas, shout out to you, who's the casting director who worked with me for this one. But I went into that second audition. They loved what I did there. And a couple days later, they hit me like, yo, so this audition, this Power you've been auditioning for is called Power Book 3. It's the newest spinoff in the franchise. It's called Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, and you're going to be playing Kanan. It was like what?
The main character?
It was crazy. It was wild. And they were like, so, we're gonna test you with somebody who's going to play your mother. Sit tight, we'll get back to you. A couple of days later, I'm in New York, and that's where I met Patina Miller, who plays my mother on the show. And, immediately there was just sparks that flew in the room, man. She walked in with, she floated in the room, basically. She just drips, the power and the respect that you see Rock command,
right.
Patina Miller commands when she walks in the room. And that's exactly what happened the day we met. And the first scene, she has the first lines in, and, she kind of just punched me in the chest with the intensity she brought. And it just made me excited as a performer, finally be in a room with somebody who has this intensity and this just fire burning in them. And that's kind of the story of what happened. Sparks flew in that room. Everybody loved what we did. Sasha and 50 and Courtney and Rob, our director for that first episode, who's also one of our EPs, were in that room. They loved what we did. And a couple days later, they're like, yo, you locked in for Kanan. We'll see you soon. And that was the story of that.
And the dope thing about, and I always wonder this because sometimes you wonder how dope the writers are, how much do they let you veer off the script, or do they keep you really tight on it where it's like, all right, don't do too much. We don't need you adding too much to this.
It's a whole collaborative effort over here, especially with Sasha, especially with Courtney. You know, they're always so willing and open to just hear what you have to say as an artist, as the person who is playing this character every day. Luckily, they've done such a thorough job with the scripts and, you know, the writing. There's not much tweaking that really has to be done. Actually, I feel like Sasha does more of the tweaking himself. This man is a machine. He's always working. You know, like he'll have the first script up to us and he'll be like, you know what, I think I want to change this. You know, this is XYZ that's happening. So that's really the whole thing. You know, he lets us run when we want to run. We'll go up, talk to him like, yo, Sash, I got this idea. I can call this man 2:30 in the middle of the night if I really needed to, asking about the scene that we're shooting the next morning. And, you know, we'll sit there and we'll powwow it out before we get to set. And then even when we get to set, voice crack, what the hell? Even when we get to set, you know, we'll still sit there and work through it and, you know, just make sure everybody's happy while still hitting the points that are in the script and, you know, just making sure it all works and it's collective.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
And tap in. Happy Tuesday, Michael, Shawn, and Takeover Legends. Jay Black, Shorty Scott. I wrote some stuff down. Kids, let's get to this waitress situation. Do we have the story, or you want to play the clip?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's play the clip. Waitress got $4,000 tip. She's thinking herself, it is all good. God is good. And then next thing you know, the drama then begins to mount because the vultures came out trying to get that dough.
Friday, Ryan Brandt was one of two servers waiting on a party of more than 30 people at Oven and Tap in Bentonville. When it came time to pay the bill, each person left a $100 tip for a collective $4,400 for the two waitresses.
It was an incredible thing to be able to do, to see the server's reaction and to know what that meant for her and the impact it's had on her life already.
Grant Wise owns the real estate company Whitley. He called ahead to the restaurant to ask about their tipping policy to make sure everything would go smoothly, but he says things didn't go according to plan.
I was to give my cash over to my shift manager to be taken, and then that I was going to be taking home 20%.
Brandt says the restaurant asked her to share the tip with her coworkers, something she says has never happened in the 3.5 years she worked at Oven and Tap. Wise says pooling tips for those who didn't wait on his party was not his intention. He asked the restaurant to return the gratuity and gave the cash to Brandt outside. Brandt says after that, she was fired, leaving her no way to...
Bam!
She was fired.
That's
all
crazy.
y'all foul. Why would y'all try to do that to that lady? Why y'all see? First of all, the basis of this whole thing, let's understand something. Everybody in the party tipped $100. Let me tell you where Jay Black would have been out.
Yeah, and tipping $100. You're like,
I ain't even eat that much. No, I ain't even.
Let me tell you how Jay Black is out the game once we agree. I promise you, even if Jay Black would have tipped, it would have been $100. It'd have been like $94.65. I ain't tipping $100, Jeff.
Would it have been 94?
He would have done some oddball number. He would have done something
like $4.
She ain't refill my water.
Yeah, she's focused.
First, let's applaud that tipping.
That's funny.
That's dope tipping that everybody said. That means everybody was doing well. And everybody's like, yo, let's tip this girl. That means she must have busted that ass to keep them happy and been above and beyond, broke down the menu, to let people know, you know what I'm saying? People were probably like, look, I have allergies. I can't have this in it. I'll take this, but I can't have this in it and that. She was like, perfect. I got you. Wrote it down correctly. Everybody's order was perfect. No food was cold. Right. Nobody had to send nothing back. All I had was fries, and that's why you can't go out with me. That's why we can't go out. See?
He was laughing at me. Yeah, no, but they planned that. It sounded like the guy planned it in advance. So no matter what the service was, it seemed like they called ahead in advance to see how the tip.
Gonna take $4,400 from me and give me 20% of it? What type of drug deal was that?
That's slavery.
That is whack.
Slavery, you said?
Yeah, that's slavery.
Well, that's common in the service industry, though. A lot of times.
No, you don't take my tips and give me 20%. My tips are my tips. You're only paying me $2.15 an hour, so I'm working for my tips.
The only thing I heard of is that you're supposed to give some money to the busboy who cleaned your table off. That's all I've heard from waitresses I've known and waiters that I've known in my life.
And the cook the food and set.
No, we're not doing the cook. No, we're not doing it.
They get paid more than $2.15. They get a regular. Well, the busboy is probably getting minimum wage.
Any waitresses?
I would have personally. I would have said, all right, to the busboy. They got to clean all this up, and I probably would have helped him or her, get it up. But
if I'm cool, if I'm really cool with the cooks, I'd have thrown them $50 or something. If I'm cool, like we know, if we cool for real, like if they're the type of people that if an order got messed up, that I may have messed up an order and they've looked me out and they'd be like, I got you, I'll fix it for you. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm good. Like something like that.
But the $3 an hour, or what Shawnee saying, $2, they offset that. So your minimum, whatever the state minimum wage is, if you're not making that in tips, they offset that difference. So you're gonna make that money.
That's a whole nother story that I've always said should be illegal. You should not, because you cannot guarantee what tips are, because it's not a law that you have to tip. And I've always had a problem with waitresses and waiters being forced to live off something that's not standardized, but the standard minimum wage is, and y'all get away with not paying people minimum wage so y'all can balance it out with them damn tips. And off the door, once you're working on tips, you ain't got no health insurance or nothing. She had she had every right to keep her tip.
Now you're gonna lose your job.
No.
She can go get another job.
Yeah, go get another waitress job. Go get another one.
20. I could see if they said, well, give us 20% of the. I still wouldn't have been okay with that, but I mean, that would have sounded better than you telling me I'm gonna take your tip and give you 20%, and I did all the work. No,
I get the concept a little of sharing with the people to help make that happen, from the server, because I'm sure for all them people, she wasn't the only one. 40 people bringing you a refill. She wasn't the only one getting you the extra side order. She
was the only one. Other people wouldn't help her. That's what it say. They would not help her. Nobody else would help her with that table. And so you gonna break us off because we a team, Jay. So when your payday?
If I got $4,000, but I like to be in control of it, of what I'm going to give. Like Mike said, it's up to me if I give you and how much I give you.
No,
I mean the part of taking it is the where I got.
You give it to us, and we gonna give you 20%. That's what they trying to do to her.
And you know what I'm glad about this story? I'm glad the white dude basically was like, nah, y'all not give me my money back.
Bread back.
Give me all my money back.
Run me back my money.
If the customers gave it to her, then it's her. Yeah, it's a weird dynamic. Like, y'all really tried to get that. And you see that little ass spot. They was trying to get that owner of that spot was trying to cop that money, because that spot looked like it holds 12 people. Now, I've never been inside whatever this place is, but it looks small as hell. She said her and the other person is the only people who hosted the party, so she shouldn't have to share it with the people who didn't host the party. I agree with her. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all tried to get this lady.
So you'll let your job fire you, either get the money up or you'll let them fire you. You just let them fire you.
Yep. And then I put a lawsuit against them.
But we really not suing. We say that. We always say, I'm gonna get a lawyer. You're not going through all them.
Once the newscast is there, yes, I am getting a lawyer, because now you can get a lawyer for free.
Yeah, because the people that gave her the tip then got so ticked that they like, now give me my money back. Because she didn't go seek them out and say, hey, they're not giving me the tip. They found out that they were trying to do this to this girl, and it was
I think she probably said something to them. Yeah, they ain't let me keep it.
She know these people.
Obviously, for them to call ahead, they wanted to do something nice, because they planned this no matter how horrible the service was. They called ahead in advance to understand the tip policy. So therefore, in their mind was, hey, guys, we're going to make somebody waitress dreams come true. We're going to give them X, Y, and Z. So they had this planned out from the door.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure she did not have their phone number to pick up the phone and go tell on them and tell on the, her job.
Oh, I think it happened at the end of after they was finished eating.
They took it, and then they said, hey, we want our money back.
I'm just glad somebody stood up for her because and now she's gonna get a free lawyer because she got some publicity. Now you get on your social media, make sure you post it up. That newscast, make sure you post it. Ask to see a lawyer. A lawyer be like, okay, a lawyer's gonna want a piece of the pie. We're gonna win something. There's gonna be a settlement because you fired her unjustly. Now it's gonna go down.
Well, it depends on what the issues were. She had priors. If she didn't follow other company policies and rules, and then there's a history of her breaking rules.
The mistake they made is they fired her immediately. See, if they were smart, they would have waited a few weeks or maybe a month and then let her go.
Yeah, because she didn't break the tip policy because the people already called. They know the tip policy.
All right. Ashley said it was a man with a private company and somebody else there got another tip for 22. Somebody else there got another tip for 2,200 as well. So he wanted to bless them for Christmas because he knew they don't get paid enough. God bless.
Yeah.
Keep your grimy hands off that blessing. That's dangerous when you put your hands on somebody's blessing.
Yeah.
I don't play them games.
Good luck to her. Good morning, Tam. Good luck to her. We'll see how that play out.
Hey, Tam.
What up? Tam
went on a nice retreat, Mike. She went out to, sometimes it's good to go on a retreat, to regroup, reset.
And she went to rehab? Where'd she go?
No, not rehab. I said a retreat. My
retreat. That was good. Yeah. Morning, TOL talkers. Morning, Tam.
Yeah. But speaking also dangerous, I know before Dave Business Bully jump in, there was another clip Shiny had and was in the news a couple of days ago in Philly. We talk about gun rights. We talk about owning guns. We talk about having guns. We want them. We need them. Your thoughts, license to carry, not to carry. Well, it was a situation in Philly where somebody was trying to rob a store and a little 14-year-old boy pulled out a gun. 14-year-old shooting somebody? I don't know. I'm interested to get your thoughts once you see this clip. It's a very graphic clip.
Yeah, very graphic.
Parental guidance suggested. All right, we're watching it. 14-year-old boy. All right,
play-by-play. Mike, I do play-by-play.
Oh, he's grabbing a register. Oh, damn! That young boy busted. Oh my God!
I didn't even see where the boy came from. Okay, you gotta do that again.
So the boy is in the black. He's standing behind the counter.
All right, everybody.
All black.
There's a TV. Hold up. Let me see if y'all get the TV right. Ow.
Damn, all right, play it again, Shiny. Wow. So I guess the guy is on the other counter behind.
You see the little boy moving? He's walking in the
he's
back.
Behind him in the black and white.
Yeah.
And the guy in the hoodie is trying to rob him. He's taking the money out the register. The little boy put a.
Now look at the man behind the man that got shot.
He's grabbing.
He just like.
The little boy had it on his waist.
Yeah, they said he pulled it from somewhere. He didn't pull. He pulled that out of his waist. They said he went.
Wow.
Nah, he got it on him.
Oh, that gun. Yeah, but I guess you can have a. Oh, yeah, he got a gun right on his waist. So he pulled it right out and shot the robber in the face.
Oh, God damn.
The man in the back is just like, what just happened? He don't even know what to do.
Is that excessive? Like, do you just? I guess you don't let nobody rob you, but that's.
I don't think that's
somebody in the face.
Hey, he was defending whatever. I don't know if that was his dad or whatever.
Is it legal for a 14-year-old to have a gun on his waist? I mean, if a 17-year-old can take an AR-15 to a protest and shoot people, I guess a 15-year-old can shoot somebody in self-defense saying they were trying to rob her.
Because if he works for the business, maybe. Because business. Well, I know before they did this in Texas, where everybody could carry a gun, there was a different law like for business owners with guns. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that blood splatter, Billy, when that guy behind him, that's what shocked him. But no, the law say you don't have to be licensed to carry.
No, but a 15-year-old, there's got to be
you're able to have a gun in your home or your business, your dwelling. So you can have it.
I get it, but a 15-year-old, 14-year-old is allowed to have a gun on his waist. Like we're saying right now that a 14-year-old has the mental capability of making a split-second decision,
and he did.
I don't know if the kid is wrong or not. I just know we live in a world now. If 14-year-olds are busting off like that, I don't know what to tell y'all. All y'all who wanted these guns, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I see what Mike is saying. Okay, in that particular case, the 14-year-old probably made the right decision. But when you're out in the street and the 14-year-old just mad because they don't like what somebody said to him, You know, are they going?
I don't even know.
Shoot you in the face.
We need a lawyer for real, because when the guy reaches in the register, does the guy also have a gun? Because now we get into the technicalities of, did you use the appropriate force that was coming at you?
Yeah, because there's a difference between a robbery and a theft.
It was no gun found on the scene, but the cops said they're not sure if the guy just pretended to have a gun. But either way, you don't have to have a gun to rob somebody. So robbery is robbery.
A robbery.
It could be a strong arm robbery. Is a strong arm robbery.
A robbery is when you have something, you have a weapon or something taken for it.
No.
Theft is what he was doing. If there's no weapon,
that's the equivalent of shoplifting.
Yeah, that's
robbery.
Yeah. No, that's not robbery.
You could rob somebody without a weapon.
No. I'm telling you, if you look it up, robbery is something with
Where's Leah?
a weapon.
Leah, good morning, Leah. Where you at?
And let me just explain something else to y'all. That kid right there, over that money in that register, is never going to be the same busting a gun in somebody's face. That vision is never leaving his mind.
He probably didn't even realize it would be like that.
That vision.
He was nervous. He was trying to hurt with gun. To pull it out.
But and this is, look, I'm not gonna argue no more about everybody wanting their guns. Go ahead, go get them.
What did he have to cock the gun back, or did he just immediately pull the trigger? Was it ready? I don't know. And I'm curious because I gotta watch his right hand when
this
he pulled.
This is a disturbing video, right?
Give me this money. I'm taking.
No, you don't shoot him right there. Oh my God!
He pulls the gun out.
Yeah,
he cocked it. He cocked it, and he cocked it. Yeah.
You can't. That kid.
It had to be like.
Oh, that kid can't shoot that guy in the face like that, yo.
And that's a part of me is like, is it justified? Is it
because a 14-year-old can't make the decision? Because even the guy who was by the register grabs him at the end. Is like, what did you just do? I was fighting him off. Like, if you watch the guy literally pushes him like, what did you just do?
Let me watch. So the guy with the hat on he's fighting, give my money. He's trying to hold him back.
See?
And then the son, bam.
Look, watch his fall. He said, what do you do? And all right, y'all. This is why 14-year-olds shouldn't be in that situation. A 14-year-old shouldn't have something on his waist to make that type of choice, y'all.
Robbery.
Like somebody, like y'all getting caught up on the technicalities, y'all. Stop getting caught up on the technicalities. Like y'all.
I'm not getting ready to go back and forth with Jay Black this morning.
I know robbery is robbery. It don't matter if it's strong.
There's levels to every crime. There's assault. There's aggravated assault. There's assault with a deadly weapon. There's shooting and intent to kill. There's always level to every law. There's not just one law for anything.
And there's a stand your ground.
But there's never one law for anything. There's never just one charge. There's always levels to every charge. But you can't have a 14-year-old make that decision. Especially when the guy is grabbing, the dad is willing to fight the guy. But this is, and I'm not critiquing the 14-year-old. So please don't take it I'm critiquing him. But this is what happens when you have a gun on your hip. If he didn't have the gun, he starts punching the guy in the face with his dad. But because he had the gun, he reaches and blows his head off.
Okay, keep going. Now, if he didn't have the gun, now you get robbed.
We're fighting.
But you lost your money. Your family.
No. First of all, he's not getting that money. He's gonna get some of the money, maybe. But if we both jump on him, we're going to stop him from getting most of that. And the register is about to fall off the whole thing anyway.
The guy ended up bleeding, running away. Although it looked like he didn't make it, he was critical condition, and the cops ended up finding him bleeding.
But that was the guy in the back. The guy who laid on the register didn't go nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
You sure he died?
Yeah, he dead right there. The guy in the back.
They said he's in critical condition. No, the guy that the little boy shot didn't die.
Oh, really? But he's still here. But he ain't run nowhere.
And they found him still with the wads of money on him because they just robbed. They tried to rob.
And he shot the guy. And where'd he go, Jay?
Right, they just tried to rob a Rite Aid or CVS.
Wait, where did he go? That guy right there. Where do you think
he ended up? The dresser. He dropped the money.
He ended up getting. Listen, the report said they ended up following the trail of blood down to the subway.
That must be talking about the guy behind him who got shot. Because that guy didn't move nowhere, though.
All right, I'm trying. What I read on this story, But
Well,
like,
because
I
two
just think
people got
it's
shot.
self-defense. You're trying to rob somebody, and I mean that's the chance you
Ears
take.
hurting. He put his hands up on his ears. It went off.
Well, that was the blood splatter, like Billy
His
said.
ear,
And
yeah.
that splat, pow, and you shocked. I don't know. I say self-defense. You shouldn't be out there trying to rob people if you ain't expecting what could come from that. Like that's the flip side of that. Yeah, it's sad. That little boy probably will
No,
never
the
be the
flip
same.
side is that there's
But if
a
I'm taking my
14
son to the range because of stuff like this, I'm a business owner, just open up a new shop. That's
You
why
ever shot somebody in the face?
That's
No.
my thought, Afro Queen. Yeah, she said, no, I see brain matter. Brain matter. You can't walk away from that.
Well, the story said that the
A
guy was in critical
14-year-old made a split-second decision to take somebody's life.
I'm gonna bring Dave in. Good morning,
There's
Dave.
something wrong.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Dave.
There's something wrong with a 14-year-old being. Listen, I get why he did it. I'm just saying the culture that we have now is that 14-year-olds are being put in situations to make a split-second decision whether to take somebody's life. There's something fundamentally not right about
But
that.
you're not right if you're not preparing your child for those scenarios.
JJ, listen, you now have to deal with your son being in therapy for the rest of his life, getting over blowing somebody's brains out.
What he's going to say is, I saved my dad's life potentially.
Have you seen somebody die, Jay? Have you seen somebody die in front of you?
Never seen anyone die.
Okay, I never recovered, and it wasn't even my fault. It wasn't even my fault. I can't even imagine the nightmares I'm going to have watching his head explode.
So you just let somebody rob you, though?
I'm saying, why are we living? There's a bigger picture. Is why are 14-year-olds being put in positions to make these decisions and having to deal with the ramifications? He may not get off scot-free for this.
No, they said there's no charges being done for the kid because you're able to have a gun in your home or dwelling.
You're so obsessed with just protection and shooting. I'm dealing with what this kid is going to go through now.
And
these kids ain't supposed to be making these decisions.
Well, obviously he might have took his son to the range and he felt comfortable enough in how to use it.
What does that matter? He didn't take him to the range. He didn't take him to a range and actually shoot somebody in the face. There's a big deal, a difference between practicing shooting and actually doing it.
I would want my family member to protect me in a moment. I'm not gonna say, "Well, don't shoot this person," because I don't like.
Well, they were just trying to take the money. He didn't have a gun out.
So
just
let somebody rob your business, your heart.
Take the money.
You know why a 14-year-old? You know why a 14-year-old shouldn't have a gun? Because if I had the gun, I know one thing: I would have shot in the air first.
And then that's just as dumb. You're shooting somebody upstairs, you can kill somebody, and like that's...
but I wouldn't have shot him. Because I know it's just money. See, as an adult, I know we just got money in the register. We're insured on that.
Yeah, you insured. So
we're good.
Take it.
That's why the dad reacted and turned to him like, what did you just do? And my answer to the dad is, why the hell did you have him walking around with a gun on his waist?
But dad might not have known. He might not have known that he had a gun, you know?
No, the dad knew. He took his son to the range, obviously, in my opinion.
But none of that stuff is going to hold up in court. All your
it
stuff
will.
is just...
Because I can have a gun in my place of business.
You don't know that's a fact.
We're talking about fact. That's a law. You can have that in your home or dwelling.
We don't know if his dad knew.
Even if his dad didn't know, as long as the gun ain't got no bodies on it, is a legal weapon.
Oh my God, Jay, that's not the point. That's not what we're saying. You just said the dad must have taken him to the range. You don't know that.
The dad may have. The way
once again, that's circumstantial. You don't know any.
I take my girls to the range, but they know that you pull this out when there is a threat.
A threat. You're being robbed.
To our life.
No,
not just
now,
because
now you got to judge and gauge.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why you're not supposed to have a 14.
I got a guy coming in my place of business robbing us. I don't know if he's gonna shoot us or not.
Hey Jay, if the kid got a gun, that means chances are dad had a gun too, right? So we're gonna go by your circumstantial things. We're gonna go by your assumptions. If the kid got a gun on the hip, do you think dad probably had a gun on the hip too?
We could play the clip and get.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think the guy? Do you think the guy?
I do. I think if
you think the dad had a gun on the hip?
I don't know if the dad did or didn't, but the dad in the moment was fucking.
I'm not gonna get. This is what I'm not gonna do with you today. What I'm not gonna do today is if we're gonna have a conversation, I will answer your questions. Okay. Just answer mine.
What was the question?
You said the son. He probably took his son to the range, right?
I would think so. For a 14-year-old to have a gun on his hip in the place of business,
so if the son has a gun on the hip, don't you think that the dad would probably have a gun on his hip too?
Or somewhere around about.
I'm just asking, yes or no?
I would hope so, yes.
Okay. So the dad never reached for the gun.
Because he was busy trying to struggle with the
Yes,
money.
because he knew this wasn't a gun situation. I'm not letting this dude take this money.
Even the police report said they don't know if the guy threatened to flash the gun or he appeared to have one with the whole in your pocket thing. And I'm right.
Hey, Dave.
Either way, the guy robbery was wrong. He's
wrong. I'm outside the club, by the way.
I'm not saying he's right. What I'm saying, I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying a 14-year-old shouldn't be placed in that situation to make those choices.
You're raising a man.
You're not raising a man at 14. What are you talking about?
You are.
You wasn't a man at 14.
But you being groomed.
You're not being groomed for shit at 14.
You are. You are being groomed at 14 by your father.
Being groomed to shoot nobody in the face.
You're being taught you could have the right to bear arms. You're protecting our business. They just opened that pizzeria. When I read the story, it was opened like 4 weeks earlier. Yeah. Brand new pizza shop just opened.
Dave, what's your comment? Go ahead.
I guess we can Did you see the clip, Dave?
No, I haven't seen the clip. I've only seen a piece of the clip when I walked in. What? Can I see the clip?
So the guy's trying to rob him. He's snatching the money from the father. The young man is on the right-hand side, pulls the gun off his waist, shoots the guy right in the face.
Wow.
And he dropped all the money he had.
And the police said no charges are being filed at this time. You're able to have a weapon in your home or dwelling in place of business.
Well, there's a thing, and I'm big on the law, not necessarily emotions, because I think you need to categorize things appropriately. There's this thing called castle doctrine, meaning that if somebody comes into your domicile, place of business, whatever, and they start, acting a fool or creating clear and present danger, then what winds up happening is you have every right to defend yourself in order to neutralize the situation. The kid's not going to face any charges. Now, would I necessarily want my kid, pulling the trigger on that? No. But I also know that this was in Philly, right?
Yep.
There have been check cashing places where people have cooperated and the robber has gone and blown their heads off after they got whatever they wanted. We live in a city where over 530 homicides have happened and well over 2,500 shootings have happened this year. So we don't know how on edge that family was, including that child. I think the main thing here is to make sure that the child has great mental health support, and make sure that we have conversations about what we need to do. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm a big fan of everybody being armed. And I used to not be until I moved to Texas. Because if everybody has a gun, it's a real civilized society. The other part of that is, if you out here playing stupid games, you should expect to win stupid prizes. I have a right as an American citizen to protect myself at all times. And if you come across this threshold, I am going to blow your face off.
Mike said there's levels. There's levels to the crime.
Let me tell you about Texas.
Everything.
Let me tell you about Texas. The new rage in Texas is people getting shot during road rage. Been like 5 people shot during road rage over getting cut off or being followed too closely behind. And they got out their car and people have been killed. On 360 in front of my apartment complex, a guy got out his car with his gun and the other person got out his car with his gun. This is over road rage. This is over if my girl or I am driving and my girl happens to cut somebody off. See, this is the danger between protecting yourself and understanding that this is why other countries look at us crazy, because they're like, there are other countries that nobody has a gun. We are obsessed with violence in this country. We are obsessed with this whole fundamental Second Amendment, which the Second Amendment, if you read it, was created for a whole different reason, but I'm not going to get into the technicalities of that. Hey, the genie is out the bottle. Once you give Americans something, it's never going back. All I'm saying is what that kid witnessed and what he took part in is something that soldiers do and have to come back and deal with that. I know it's too far gone.
Mm-hmm.
The gun companies got exactly what they wanted. They got exactly what they wanted in Texas. Everybody could have a gun. So now the same people who will get into a fight over a Cowboys-Eagle game, drunk at a bar, now have their guns with them when this fight jumps off. There's going to be a lot of innocent people who are going to die, but it's here now. And ain't nothing that can be done about it. So everybody enjoy it, but I just don't want to hear sadness or remorse when kids is getting killed legally. That's all I'm saying. Because when that's a black kid shoplifting in somebody's store, and we're right, you're right. You do something crazy, you deserve crazy. When that black kid is shoplifting something that costs $10 out of store, and that man takes that gun out and busts his face open, I don't want to hear the protest.
Shoplifting is different than
I don't want to hear the protest. I don't want to hear the protest. You can't have it both ways. You're taking money from my spot. So what you're saying is cool for them to shop. I'm not
saying that. I want to
don't have the t-shirts out. Just don't have the t-shirts out.
I want to be clear though. I want to be clear. There's a difference between strong arm robbery and suspicion of shoplifting, like the guy who was in Walmart and that white woman called on him and then he gets killed and he was looking at a BB gun inside of Walmart. Like that's the slippery slope.
Well, let me just ask you this one question: are innocent people going to get killed by mistake because of these guns?
Absolutely, but innocent people are getting killed anyway. And here's the thing, Mike: when we start talking about laws and regulations, those things only affect black people, right? When it comes to guns, like when they start talking about limiting guns and gun control, they've been talking about this since you were a teenager. Look at the Brady Bill if you got nothing better to do. What happens is they put these laws in effect and they only affect the people who really need to protect themselves. They're not protecting the criminals because let's face it, the majority of the illegal guns on the street came from the very government that is profiting from the whole gun situation in the first place.
But what one actual criminal told me, I can now get a gun. If I don't get caught, I can now get a gun legally in Texas.
I mean, but that's always been.
But now it doesn't have to even be legal. Like if you catch me with a gun on the streets and I haven't committed a crime, now I don't have to have any. I got a gun. But now, before you would actually get caught and be like, oh, you need ID, you need it. It's gotten to the point where people don't even have to take trainings to get guns. Understand, you have to take a test to drive a car, but in Texas, you don't have to take a test to own a gun.
Not PA either. You just apply for your license to carry.
Do you know how crazy that is? That you got to learn how to parallel park a car, but you don't have to learn how to load or take any classes to use a gun?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many Bloods, Crips, Gangster Disciples, Vice Lords are taking classes on how to shoot those guns? How many times when I got how many times when I got stuck up between Broad and 25th on Diamond Street did those people get classes to take guns while I'm sitting up there unarmed?
Oh, well, we can do it like this. Then how many people drive around with no car insurance? Should that make it cool to have no car insurance?
No, it doesn't make it cool when it has any car insurance. And guess what? There's laws. There's laws in Philadelphia right now when it comes to you don't even have to get stopped for car insurance or anything like that. But I will tell you this: if you don't have car insurance, you're more likely to go home alive than you are if somebody's got a gun in your face unregulated without you being able to protect yourself.
So you don't think they should be? So you want to? Your ownership of a gun should be on the same level as Blood, Crips, and gang members. That's the way you want to own your gun.
Here's the thing: you're trying to tell me if you knew for a fact that everybody around you had their finger on the trigger and at any minute could take you out, and you don't want to be able to do everything you possibly can to defend yourself, because how is that stopping them?
How does that mean? How does that equate to having regulations on just getting a gun, just to be qualified to own one? That's
because I agree with you on regulations. What I'm trying to get you to understand is regulations have been around since you were a teenager and I was in Underoos. The Brady Bill has existed. Like, this is nothing new. There have always been regulations. The problems with a state like Texas is Texas has always run itself like a country. But the truth of the matter is, Mike, those regulations have not done anything to stop any of the illegal gun things that have been happening out here.
Oh no, it has, because that's why so many of us are in jail. That's why so many of us are in jail, and that's why they have the line going in jail every day. So it has. My whole thing is we compare all this to criminals, and my thing in a civilized society, asking people to be trained and asking people to be guns to be registered, so that if somebody takes your gun, we need to know that your gun is missing. That's all I'm asking, because the guns are here, but people don't even want organization with it. Everybody literally wants to go to Target, buy a gun, and walk around with it. That's all I'm saying.
So do you think that's going to stop things that are happening out in the streets? How is that going to make us any safer, though?
I think if what do you mean? I don't.
I'm just asking because
I don't
for 30
know.
years.
I don't know.
I'm not being an ass. I really want to know, how is that going to make us safer? Because for 30 years it hasn't.
So then, don't listen. People still crash cars and die in car accidents, but we still have to learn how to drive a car and pass a test. Cars are still very unsafe, but it doesn't mean that we don't have to get a driver's license and get a written test and then pass a driver's test.
Right, but do you think stick-up kids, Bloods, gangsters, disciples,
Once
Crips,
again,
and Vice
I'm talking about my
that?
next door neighbor shooting a kid for going through their backyard. I'm not talking about Bloods and Crips. I'm talking about somebody who has a loose temper, who's with his wife, who has a gun unregistered, and shoots this girl and disappears. We don't even know what gun he used because it's not registered. I'm not talking about crimes with just everybody goes to the criminals and gangsters. I'm talking about normal human beings in the suburbs who are walking around with guns now. And now you got a 14 or 15, I don't even know what the age limitation is to have a gun. I don't even know if there's an age limitation. So how do you stop a 15-year-old kid to go to school with my daughters with a gun? I just want to know.
But I mean, in 1999, you had the trench coat mafia blowing up Columbine. Like, at what point, like, what has changed in the past 22 years? To put that another way, my oldest daughter wasn't even born when Columbine happened, and nothing has changed, even though there's been at least 35 different types of federal gun laws and bills been put on the books.
And they got deregulated. And I'm asking you, so we should just give up and just send my kids with a gun.
I'm not saying you don't regulate it, but my whole thing is, guess what? It's still the same thing, though. Like, how is that going to change? So if you get trained, so if the guy, let's say the guy let's go with your theory. Let's say the guy gets trained, right? But he's still an emotional basket case, or he finds out that his wife is cheating on him and he decides to blow her head off one day. What has changed because he went?
Because he's in a registry. We can get him. He can go to jail.
Okay, so that's your whole thing. If they're registered,
and let me ask you this: then let's deregulate everything. Because listen, DWIs, people still dying in car accidents with drunk people.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Thousands and thousands. So why do we have a law? Ain't nothing changed. People still dying.
No, because you can still put the thing in there. You know this firsthand. You can still put the thing in the car where they got to blow. And if they got to blow, they can't go. That makes sense because that's a cause and effect. If I put this law into effect, how is it going to change situations? You can't start your car without
my car. I'm saying the person who doesn't have a DUI doesn't have to. So why do we have these laws?
Listen, I'm cool with everybody having the blow thing in their car. I don't have an issue with that. Now let's get it passed.
I just don't understand. Nothing ever changed. The most dangerous thing we have, the most important thing we have is life. And the most dangerous thing is something that can take a life. And we are anti people really having to have regulations to get one. That baffles me. Like the fact that so many kids die simply because people have guns in their house. The fact that kids shoot each other by mistake all the time. Like whatever happens with that gun that you own should be as liable as anything that you do with your car. Like it should be registered that if somebody breaks in your house and steals that gun, now you need to report that because there's another gun on the street. But hey,
no, that part I agree with. I'm just trying to understand how that stops what's really going on. How does that stop the 531 people who were murdered in Philadelphia alone? Like, how does that stop?
And how does it how do you
end that part?
How does it make it better by adding more guns to the situation?
Oh, bro.
Because the bad guys get more guns too. Not everybody has a criminal record, yo. Not everybody has a criminal record who's a criminal and is a murderer out here.
So you're saying you just want to go unarmed. You just want to be out here letting the bad guys armor up like they're getting presents
You
from
know,
the
I've been
president
hearing
in
that story.
Afghanistan. I'm asking.
I'm gonna say to you the same way you said to me. I've been hearing that story since I was in high school, and I have never owned a gun. I've been hearing that same argument from rednecks in Texas, and I never owned a gun. And
You're
I know
very
for a
lucky.
fact, and I will tell you this: if I did own a gun, I would have gotten in big trouble at some point in my life if I would have had that gun in my car in certain situations in my life. I promise you.
So knowing that you're a hothead, but for your house, you do
No.
want for your family.
It's not a hothead. It's not a hothead. It's people when they have guns think they have another resort. When you don't have a gun, the first thing you're trying to do is get away. When you have a gun, now you want to stand your ground. We know for a fact people get a lot tougher when they got a gun. The same dude that was popping off at you at the gas station, who's 6'4", 270, that you would just walk away and be like, whatever, though, you tripping. Now you want to stand there and go back and forth with him because you got something on your hip.
That's a psychological thing, Mike. And I want to tell you, as somebody that loves guns and practices Krav Maga, my main thing is I'm always trying to de-escalate the situation because I want to get home. But that comes from doing the mental work. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally want to, get out of the situation. I'm not there to prove anything to anybody.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
No, I know you're not talking about me, but what I'm saying is I think that the answer is not necessarily a legislative one unless that legislative answer is for sweeping change when it comes to psychological care and mental wellness. We never make mental wellness a priority. We want to control the guns, but we don't want to control the minds that are harboring these guns and holding these guns and have hair triggers. We don't deal with trauma, especially in Black and brown communities. And I think that that's something we need to change more than another BS law that lobbyists, the NRA, the gun manufacturers are going to find a way around.
I totally agree with you, but I'm just gonna tell you this story. This kid who lived in Willingboro, New Jersey, he was a little man, and they was at a club on Delaware Avenue. Somebody grabbed this girl's butt, and what they do? Ran out there to the car. Kid ain't had no priors. Had the gun on his hip, killed him. He's done. Yep. And that's another thing about these situations. Don't think that they're making it easier to get guns for us to protect ourselves. They make it easier for us to get these guns so that we'll wind up back in that court having to pay that lawyer to prove it was self-defense. Because understand, if you ain't got that money to prove it's self-defense, your ass going to jail. So it's another ploy on getting more of us in. Let them guns run free. It's a weird game that they play. But once again, be safe, y'all. Be safe.
Yeah, and protect your house, Mike. You need to get a firearm in the house. Take the girls out to the range. Embrace it. I say embrace it. Like Kathy said, you buy a gun, it's going to be registered into your name automatically anyway. So it is going to follow you. But yeah, just safety. I feel like you need to be able to protect yourself. If something happened and you didn't have a weapon in there, and you're cringe knowing that, man, if I had this here and I could have protected us, that'll eat you up even more. So
all I'm saying is, listen, having lived in very rural states, Colorado, Texas, Tennessee, the one thing that I will say is these white folks have their kids out at the range at like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Like if something were to pop off, we're going to die in mass because we don't prepare our children for that. We want to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. And I'm like, damn that. Like make it an even game. Like you can't get on a basketball court and it's 5-on-4. Like at some point we have to start looking at the situation and saying, you know what, maybe just maybe we ought to at least have conversations about self-defense and understanding how weapons work and when to use them and when not to use them.
I totally get that, but I agree. I don't mind people owning guns. What I mind is that the responsibility of how to get it has been deregulated so much. But because listen, there are countries who literally, a country can have 30 murders in a year. A country will have 30. That's how ridiculously violent this country is. Nobody kills each other the way we do. But I mean, hey, I just don't deer hunting at 10 years old.
Oh, yeah, they got them out there deer hunting. Yeah,
why you out deer hunting? The deer don't know y'all. It's okay. All right.
Because you're trying to make them things are like rabbits, bro. Yeah.
I've never understood deer hunting, but I've never understood killing an animal when I'm not hungry. But I never got that. Oh, all right. Well, that was a good conversation. Hopefully we'll see what goes on. And Philly's a dangerous place. I'm not saying not to own guns, y'all. I'm trying to say there's no leadership that would ever actually organize it the way it should be organized, because there's always going to be compromise with all these legislators and stuff like that. So it always turns out to the pressure goes on the owner and the normal person having to make a crucial decision. But that 14-year-old now has something that poor kid is going to have on his mind for the rest of his life.
He saved his dad.
It's whatever. Like Jay don't give a fuck about the son. Jay's like, just suck it up.
He held it down. He did what his son's supposed to do.
You blew somebody's face off at 14. Suck it up. You did a great job. You did a great job. Even the dad in the video, you could say even his dad was shocked. Like, why did you do this?
I did what you taught me, Dad. What we do at the range.
And he made a split-second decision. What I'm saying, a 14-year-old ain't supposed to make that decision.
All right, we move on.
No, my daughters are 15. I can only, you know what would happen to my daughters if she shot somebody's face off? I wouldn't even be able to get her out her room. Like, I think y'all, we watch videos and it's like just a movie. We look at it like a movie, like somebody said cut and the director comes and wipes everybody up. No, everybody's sitting there with blood all over the place and you ended somebody's life. That is the most major thing you can do on this planet, is to eliminate somebody else's life. There is nothing higher than that. So that responsibility for a 14-year-old, for a grown man, people ain't right. So you can be.
If you're out here robbing people, I have no sympathy. If you're out here robbing people,
I don't care about the robber. I care about the kid.
But that's what you prepared them for. You prepared them for in the range. You had those conversations.
You cannot prepare anybody to murder somebody. You can't prepare for that.
It's not murder. It's self-defense. He's protecting himself. He's saving lives. That's how you word it.
Him, Jay.
That's how you're looking at it.
That's not how.
According to the report, he didn't die. But
Jay, what does the kid think he just did?
He saved his family and his business and protected his father.
I know what
that's
you're
what
doing.
I think. But I know we can move on. But we got Dave Anderson here. We got Dave. We got the business bully. You know, we was talking about tangible tips for 2022, people. Tangible tips with Dave Anderson. So like, hey, for 2022, tax return. Is there something I should be investing that money in? Should I be saving money for a reason? What should I be hitting the ground with for 2022? What should I be doing, Dave? Give some people some tips. What's some thoughts?
All right, so let's talk tax returns for a minute. The one thing that I consistently see, especially with our people, generally speaking, so don't tell me not everybody.
Not everybody. No, I'm playing. I wanted to get it out the way. I just wanted to get it out the way.
I know. But the thing of it is, right? We get, let's say we get $3,000, $4,000, $6,000, $7,000 in the tax return.
Mm-hmm.
That money is gone in less than a month, right? Unless you're doing something like, paying off your mortgage for a few months, which I think is extremely smart. You shouldn't be blowing that money. You need to start investing in things that are going to allow you to have financial freedom. So let's just say you get $4,000, right? Stick $2,000 in a Roth IRA immediately, right? Because if you stick money in a Roth IRA, you get so many benefits. You can take that money out, not be taxed on it right away. It's an absolute amazing tool. It's created by Bill Roth in Delaware. God rest his soul. You want to start putting your money in places.
Wait, where you said it's called a Roth?
Roth, R-O-T-H, Roth IRA.
Last interruption, business bully. Is there a minimum that you have to put in? Like, could I go there with like $700 and start a Roth IRA?
Let me double check, because I think the rules have changed.
They saying on IG.
Well, I've got my headphones in for my computer and I got the AirPod in for my thing. So
I gotta turn something down. Yeah, I don't even know what a Roth RIA is, to be honest. Like, is that like a credit union, a bank? Like, what
no,
is
it's an IRA is an individual retirement account, and you only need $50, Mike, to answer your question. Right? You could literally go on nerdwallet.com and start an IRA.
I think I rolled my 401k into a Roth IRA. Did that sound right?
Yes.
But then I fell on hard times and I had to take that money out. Okay, go ahead. So we can start at $50.
Hey, weird. Is there a suggested institution?
You can pretty much do it anywhere. I mean, you can use NerdWallet. You can go to your bank. You can go to damn near any investment firm will be able to hook you up with a Roth IRA, right?
Nice.
So here's the thing: the traditional IRAs come with like a tax break, like a regular tax break, but the Roth is better because you have what's called early withdrawal rules, and they're a lot more flexible with a Roth IRA. So it's so hard because I'm like trying to go through, like look at both screens. So I'm just going to try and stay up top. You'll get more money after taxes in a Roth IRA than you would a traditional IRA, right? So the annual limit is about $6,000 to $7,000 you can put in there, but I would put some money in that, and then I would take the other 2,000, and then I would start focusing on things that could make me money. Like I'm always going to go on an entrepreneurial track because the average tenure at any particular full-time job is 18.1 months. To put that another way, that's a year and a half plus a week. There's no more gold watch stay in places 50 years. Like we got to start looking at jobs as what they are, means to an end. And so I would start that business. I would start building out things that make sense. I would make smart, tangible investments like, and we've talked about this before, NFTs while they're still hot, and I think they will be hot because people understand the experience of them and the exclusivity of them. Those are just a couple of things that I would say tangibly to do off rip. And even if you're not sure, right? And I've said this before, I'm going to give you guys a blueprint for people like, well, I don't have any skills or talents and blah, blah, blah. You could go and find somebody on Fiverr who could create a Shopify store for you in a hot category. Like right now, like last year, pet products were extremely hot. Now the hottest thing as far as creating a Shopify store would be like baby products, toddler products, things of that nature. You can get them to find, source the products, do the Facebook ads for you, and that $2,000 investment, could easily make you $2,000 to $5,000 a month just by having that store set up, operated, and marketed for you. That's what I would do with a tax return.
Now back to that Roth IRA, it's just like a account. The money just supposed to sit there. Like what am I?
Yeah,
like once I put the money, how long?
Yeah, it sits there and it builds over time.
Because I like to flip money fast. That's why I'm trying to figure out. Do it sit there like 2 months? I get a profit back. Is just,
okay. So let's go with what Jay Black wants. Jay Black wants fast money, right? He wants something that he can, blood in, blood out, quick, fast, and in a hurry, right?
Yep.
So with that, what I need you to do is start looking at real estate. I want you to start looking at estate properties, sheriff sales, short sales.
No, I ain't got that much. I was thinking like 1,000, like a little 1,000 here, just a 2,000. Like, how can I flip that? Like something for the average person.
Let's say you got $1,000.
You trying to do a drug deal?
No,
a legal drug deal.
He over here like, yo, listen, Dave, listen, I got this work.
I'm trying to understand.
I got this work.
The average person with $1,000
for me.
Yeah,
all right, so the average person with $1,000. Here's what you can do. All right, you start yourself an LLC. I'm going to give you a real estate business without you having to own any real estate. You start yourself an LLC, right? And you find an apartment complex that will rent to businesses. Then you take one of those apartments and you give them first, last, and security. Depending on where it is, you can probably get away with that anywhere between, let's just say on a low end, 1,000 to 3,000, right? Which is still within the range. Then every month, because you have it rented on an Airbnb, you're making money. Now, in between all of that, you want to make sure that it is furnished nicely. You can do that through Aaron's, which is like a renter center type of situation.
Place, okay.
Right. So you rent the furniture, you rent the TVs, you rent the computers, you put all that stuff up in there for two reasons. Number one, it's insured. Number two, it's same as cash. Number three, you're allowing the revenue that comes in from that Airbnb to pay for all of those things. And so after about the first month, depending on how well you list it, how well you stage it, you should automatically start making money hand over fist with that. So to me, it makes a great deal of sense if you don't want to get into long-term fix and flips or fixer-uppers, to put to rent an apartment, turn it into an Airbnb. And I'm telling you, you got to go all out. Like you go to BJ's and Sam's Club and you fill that refrigerator with water and Gatorade and Crystal Light, and you get yourself a Keurig. You make sure all the accoutrements are there. You make sure they got the nice fluffy towels at the there's plenty of pillows in there because some people
real
like
quick,
pillows.
Dave, like the echo's crazy. So everybody just check their phones. That's what I've been trying to do. Check my phone to see if I got it all the way down. Because this is
all the way
just,
down.
This is good stuff that you're giving out. So I just don't want anybody to miss it. Go ahead, continue. So you want to fill up? You want to?
Yeah. So you want to fill up? You want to fill up the the refrigerator. You want to fill up the pantry. You want to make sure that they are extremely comfortable there. Get coupons and gift cards for local eateries. Give them a book of places to go, things to do, resources to have, right? Check on them, make sure that they're good. Like it should be to a point where they feel like they would rather stay at your Airbnb than stay at the Four Seasons. And that's when you start to become, a
now,
super
what if you
host.
just had a chick in the house for them? Like just
no,
would that be?
You could. I mean, I think especially if you're in like Vegas or Florida or in certain parts of Texas.
Yeah, like a bachelor party comes for Airbnb. Maybe you just got, I don't know.
Listen, I mean, I think it's profitable. You can sit up
but
there
that's
and,
interesting though. Start with one little spot and see how that goes.
and then just grab as many as you possibly can, and then just it's rinse and repeat. Because literally, you can go to like BJ's and get a 50-inch plasma TV for like $200-300. You get that thing mounted on the wall. You're good money. You got to have high-speed Wi-Fi. Like high-speed Wi-Fi is an absolute must. And then you create a separate Amazon Prime Video account, Netflix account, all those types of things. And you let them, go crazy.
Damn, that's not bad.
No, it's simple and it's cheap to do, but most people won't do it. So most people won't make that money.
A lot of
that's what I
legwork.
would do.
You just said a lot of what you present.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. You do a lot of legwork for your job. And they continue to make more money off of you, but they continue to pay you the same raggedy $20 an hour or whatever the hell it is. Like, so I would rather do grunt work for, I don't know how long it's going to take me, a week, maybe 2 to get everything together. So 2 weeks, and then for the other,
he's telling the people because I get what he's saying.
I'm taking off. I'm not.
He's not telling you.
He's talking directly to you.
I was talking to Jay Black and the
face and the people in general because that's what people thought process is. That's a lot of work.
You said you work for somebody.
But
I can't back up the fact that Jay Black works for somebody else. I don't know if that's. Yeah.
See, you don't know.
You can't mention that.
No, but I'm saying
but I like these tips. Go ahead.
I think the thing of it is like I would rather work hard for myself than work hard for somebody else, and they make all the money.
Was that directed at Jay Black again? Was that another? Did you?
There you go.
This is why we can't get nowhere as a people.
Always the
but I'm saying like it's dirt simple. There's so many ways to do that. Even if you don't want to do that, you could create like let's say you don't want to rent an apartment. I'm going to give you another one with that same $2,000. You can create like if you're a good cook, right? You can create like a cooking class type of situation and have folks come to it, right? You can do paint parties. You can register on Airbnb as a vendor and still make money because they can recommend your experiences. Like there's 1,000,001 ways to skin this cat where it's not difficult at all. But let's say you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do Airbnb. You don't want to do fix and flips. You don't want to do a Roth IRA because that's just way over your head. NFTs, get the hell out of here, Dave. Fine, no problem. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go and look up Alibaba, Alibaba.com, just like it sounds, right? There is a bunch of products on there that you can look. And you'll see that people on Amazon are paying top dollar for these products, but you get them off of Alibaba for next to nothing. You open yourself up an account on Amazon, which literally takes 5 whole minutes. 5 whole minutes. And once you get those products in, you can then take those products to an Amazon fulfillment center, and they will distribute those products for you. And then you make all those profits. So let's just say they like, let's keep it simple, wool hats. Right? Let's say a wool hat is retailing for $10, right? And you can get 200 wool hats for $100. So like it's 50 cents a hat at this point. You're making thousands of dollars off of just a few clicks and a trip to an Amazon fulfillment center. And after that, it's hands off and you're just making money. The only thing you have to do is make sure that you don't run out of your supply, and you base that on how many hats are being sold per month. You can kind of regulate that out. But, simple, easy stuff that doesn't require a whole lot.
Yeah. That does sound easy. It's scary. I think people get nervous because they're like, there's no way it could be that simple.
It's that simple.
But we'll believe a whole bunch of other stuff is that simple.
Listen,
it's just if Target tells you it's that simple, you'll believe it. If Dave tells you it's that simple, all of a sudden you're like, this is really that simple.
I need to talk to Dave offline though, because I watch Dave. Dave does online, well, the Instagram live, the bully gang. Is that the name of it? The bully gang, and they dropped some information this week. Well, I guess it was last week. That was helpful. So the class that you have, if you sign up for that class, what all do you get out of that class?
Wow, I mean, there's a lot of things. I have been very blessed in my life to make phenomenal relationships, and those relationships have taken me far. And one of my relationships, I have a friend that runs a venture capital firm, and they are targeting specifically minorities and lower interest groups, for funding. So, I've got access to that. So that could get you $100,000 in capital for your business if your business serves a particular special interest and serves a need in your particular community, right? Aside from that, you get access to my online digital university. You get unlimited Q&As. You get access to my entire team, the team that helped me build myself and build countless others on the path to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in extreme cases. But the thing of it is, I wanted to scale down my annual program to something that could turn over in 90 days. So we'll get you to 50K in 90 days if you follow what we tell you to do.
Okay, I'm gonna follow what you
That's
tell
guaranteed.
me to do.
Is that guaranteed?
I can guarantee what we will do.
But
I can't guarantee what you will do. Because Jay Black will be like, yeah, well, maybe not, and I don't I can't account for that. But I can guarantee if you do what we tell you to do, you will win.
Yeah, I want to do it. So when we start?
As soon as you fill out that paperwork.
How much money you got to put in?
I got one email from you.
I'm sorry. How many would you like?
I did. Well, in that one, it just said that you was gonna hit me back, but I got your phone number. I'll call you.
How much do you have to start with that? How much?
$320.
How much?
$320.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's it's the 8K thing. So the finance company, regardless of your credit, will automatically approve you. Right? It's $320 a month, and if you pay off that $8,000 in a year, you don't have to pay off anything else. There's no interest. It doesn't, interest doesn't kick in for 12 months. So it's super
guaranteed
affordable.
Approval though. You saying
so you get guaranteed. The $50,000 up front?
No,
8,000. 8,000.
The program is 8,000, right? Mm-hmm. It takes 90 days in order. Like, I got to go in and look at your process. Like, we all know, Shawnee, your process is broken. Mm-hmm. So now I got to spend time fixing your process. I need a little time to do that, right? Number one, you charge too low. Number two, you're missing out on a bunch of non-traditional revenue verticals. Number three, you're not active enough. Number four, you need to start reaching out to bigger businesses that have money for corporate Black dollars, especially for a business that's owned by a Black female. That you're double minority. The only thing would be better is if you were gay.
I can be gay.
For real?
For the application. I mean, what do I need to do?
I hate you so much. Mike was like, for real?
That's the fact. I'll give you the 8,000, goddamn. You should have told me that from the door. We could have been made this happen if I knew you was down for the get down.
Mike was like, oh, for real?
Yeah, you ain't gotta even know. You ain't even gotta fill no paperwork out. You just gotta let me know when
the show
when you free. Like what? Sequisa up there.
Oh,
she's here. Me too, Shawnee.
Yeah, she's gonna start too.
I'm starting January 1st. Yeah, make sure y'all get in touch with Dave, the bully. I'm interested in. When you said you get a loan, an $8,000 loan, then if you pay it within a year, what happens? Because that wouldn't be a problem paying that within a year.
No, within a year, you don't have to pay because it's a 36-month term at $320. So if you pay off that $8,000 in a year, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay anything else. There's no interest.
So let me be clear. So the $320 that we're paying is paying off the $8,000 loan?
Correct.
So in theory, you got to make more money because you still got to pay that back. So you got to use that to get your business off the ground. But yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. I get it. Because then
it's almost like you're getting an
advancement. You get an advance to do what you need to do.
You got to pay on it. Yeah.
You got your Shark Tank loan.
Dang.
Brilliant.
And then you're going to tell us what to do with the $8,000, right?
Oh, no. The $8,000 comes to my company because we're doing all the work.
But we got to we basically got to give you our business proposal or our business that we actually do. So I have a business. I don't know. Maybe it's an entertainment business, right?
Mm-hmm.
and I do functions. I do R&B shows, hip hop shows, comedy shows, obviously. So would that consist of a business? Would that be suffice?
Yes,
And then you would just basically look over my business, show me how I screwed things up, how I'm not making money,
right?
But now I'm paying that $325 a month for the money that you're going to use to help the business.
Correct.
Got it. Now, with that money, let's say if I was doing a show, would I be able to use that money for a show that was coming up?
Nope.
No? So that would be strictly for the infrastructure of your business.
Yeah, that's for the infrastructure. That's for us doing all the things that you should have been doing in the first place that you didn't know that you were supposed to be doing.
And then what is when you say, I don't know what you're going to do on your part, I know I'm going to do everything. What would me doing everything on my part consist of?
Following the instructions. Like, everybody's situation is different, right? There's some basic things that everybody would have to do. Like, you're going to have to build out a list. You're going to have to show up consistently. You're going to have to use social media in order to build out an audience. You're going to have to start using other people's audiences in order to expose yourself. You're going to have to be able to give us the resources so that we can start getting you the media coverage you deserve. All of those things require you to put forth some effort. It requires you to show up every day. If Michael Shawn is promoting a comedy show and then Michael Shawn is not booking the venue, if Michael Shawn is not booking the comedians, if Michael Shawn is not showing up for the show, that kind of makes it difficult for us to do our job.
So what about the person that I'm talking about me. Okay. So if I'm paying $320, I'm gonna talk about me because I need to. Because I listened to you and I was like, oh, I've called Dave. He gonna cuss me out. I will ask these questions anyway and take this cussing out.
Okay.
So if I'm paying the $320, but then there's other things I got to get because I'm strapped for cash right now. How do we work? What's the workaround? Should I wait if I know after I pay $320 a month, I know that I don't have any more extra funds to do anything else?
Here's my issue with you, right? You always operate from a yeah, but like you're the Jay Black of yeah, buts. Like, here's the thing. You have resources right now you don't even use. And I'm not talking financial. You got an entire network that for the most part sits there dormant where you should be running all types of promos. You should be in people's faces, but you're not. You're mini-mo. You're doing the bare minimum with what you have instead of really focusing on going out and getting the money. And a lot of times you'd be amazed what you can do when you got that gun to your head. And when I say that gun to your head, I'm talking about the pressure of having to get it done, the pressure of this has to work. A lot of times you're so comfortable that it's convenient, and the convenience breeds a mentality of, oh, okay, well, we're doing okay.
No, we're not doing okay. I'm not doing okay. But I don't know. I know you're gonna say I could have called you because you have called me and you've talked to me and asked me what I needed, and then I'll never have an answer
ever.
But I'll be like, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know.
She don't know what you don't know.
What to do?
Yo, this is like a business intervention. This is like the TV show Intervention, but business. Go get her, Dave. Go ahead, go get.
Yeah.
Let's take it from the top. She said, "I don't know." Your turn.
Okay. Yes, you do.
Good morning, Kev.
Yes, you do. Like, how many businesses are you reaching out to today for advertising?
Today, no.
No, every day, per day, on average. How many?
Every day.
Every day. Do you bathe every day, Shawnee?
Yes.
Do you eat every day, Shawnee?
Yes, I eat every day.
You put them lashes on every day, Shawnee?
Not every day, but yeah, for the most part.
5 days a week at least?
Yes.
Okay, then why is it that you don't put that effort towards getting money into your business?
I guess because
is your phone not on?
The phone is on, but I guess I need to make I guess I need to make a list to prioritize because when I get off of this, then
I'm sorry, making money is the priority. Don't you have 2 children?
Yeah, and bills.
So it's going back to Dave saying putting the same energy into yourself.
Hold on. No.
But how do I organize it? Like,
no. See, this is the
bullshit.
bullshit.
The complete intervention. Go ahead.
This is the bullshit. But how do I organize it? Y'all will come and forgive me, ladies, because this is not coming from a place of misogyny. 90% of my clients are Black women.
Yeah,
right?
Just talk to
95%. But I need to get the audience don't know me like you know me. 95% of my staff are Black women. So when I say what I'm about to say, I'm coming strictly from an anecdotal, evidentiary place. Meaning, that y'all will talk yourselves out of, yes, evidentiary is a word, Jay. Y'all will talk yourselves out of winning because y'all want to do your research. You want to think it over. You want to make a list and check it twice. Well, look here, Santa Claus. I'm gonna need you to get out your own way, because while you're sitting up here making your lists, while you're sitting up here you're organizing everything, there's a fat kid from the hood whipping your ass every single day named Dave Anderson.
Stop right there, Dave. At this point, Shawnee has contemplated what mistake she's made. She's now trying to regain her composure and get her list together. The struggle is real. Dave the bully has become intense, and he's become so intense that intimidation has happened throughout the squares on the show. This is brought to you by WokeUpInspired.com. If you'd like any customized t-shirts, any customized mugs, go to the website WokeUpInspired.com. Now back to business bully, business intervention. And go.
I swear to God. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I'm gonna do business intervention on Media Room 360. Why not? But
please, that could be it. Here we go. You just got an idea. That's
the thing of it is, like, I don't. Mike and Jay can both attest to the fact that 90% of the things that I've ever done, I didn't know all the answers doing them. I just started doing shit, right? If I am there to guide you, and there is a shit ton of evidence that proves that I'm really good at guiding people if they just shut the hell up and do what I'm asking them to do. Like when you go to the Army, right? And anybody who's ever served in the military will tell you, like, you will eat now and taste it later. You have 15 minutes to shit, shower, and shave. You follow orders. Understanding is not a prerequisite to compliance, but compliance is a prerequisite to success. You don't have to understand why I'm telling you what to do. You just have to do what I'm telling you to do. In other words, when you go and watch The Karate Kid, right? Daniel is the first 20 minutes, he's trying to learn karate from a book. And he's getting his ass kicked every day, right? So he talks to Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi know karate. He's like, yo, teach me karate. He's like, all right, cool. You see these cars? Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. So he waxes on, he waxes off. Then he's waxing the floor. Then he's like, oh, paint the fence. Paint the fence. And so he gets frustrated. Oh, you said you're going to teach me karate, and all I'm doing is all this dumb work. And he's like, yo, show me wax on, wax off. And he's like, whoosh, whoosh. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to understand the movements. You just have to trust the process. And you're so busy thinking that you have to make a list instead of opening a flipping phone book, using Google, and let your fingers do the walking, that you haven't gone, hi, I'm Shawnee Scott from Media Room 360. We have approximately 26 million people in audience. We have a phenomenal morning show. We have excellent programming and a great space for you to do this, that, and the third. We can also do cross tie-ins with this, that, and the third. You know, how many clients would you like to have this month? And how many clients do you have on average? That cost me absolutely no money, but you've got 1,001 excuses. Continue, please.
The business bully just broke down the intensity of a cold call. Cold calls are calling strangers to gain advertisement and having the proper representation and backup documents to let you know how many viewers you have. Shawnee is stunned, but I think she's gaining her confidence back. This is brought to you by Michael Shawn's Laugh Out Loud comedy show. That goes down June 13th at the Arlington Improv.
You're promoting the show 7 months out?
December is 22nd, right?
Oh no, I gotta promote mine. That's the Arlington Improv. That's their investment. I told them that's crazy. January 13th, catch me at the Arlington Improv. 817-635-5555. Now back to business intervention with the business bully.
So cold calls. So, but I should make the deck to go along with it, right? So I can send that to them.
See, you keep.
Okay. I'm gonna call.
No. I'm gonna give you exactly what you want. No, you want this work, so I'm gonna give it to you. It's fine.
What you said.
It's fine. No, because this isn't just for you. It's everybody else, right? But don't I need a deck? Don't I need it? Yeah, sure. Okay, wait, no. I'm gonna answer your question. Let me answer. You asked the question. Allow me to answer it. You can get a deck put together. You don't have to be the one doing it. Another problem with you is you're addicted to your labor. You have to do everything yourself. That's ego. I don't do a damn thing myself. So, because here's why. As Dave, like, let's go with the Shawnee model. As Shawnee works, right? As her labor increases, her money increases. Oh, I've got a stalker. Oh, damn. There goes the money. Oh, my kid is going to this dinner thing with a boy. Oh, damn. You know. Oh, Michael Shawn has a show. Oh, damn. So your labor is definitely connected with the amount of effort you put in. Whether I do anything today or not, I'm going to make money. because I understand that.
So you saying she's lazy? She's not being aggressive enough.
No, I'm saying that I'm saying that she's arrogant and egotistical, because it's arrogant to want to do everything yourself. It's not efficient financially. It's not a best use of your resources, your time, or your business. Right. On top of that, there are people who can do those things. I had to get a divorce from all of the things I was married to that I felt I was the only person who needed to do them. Listen, I'm dope at production. I'm better than 95% of people who've ever stepped into a production room. However, that's not a good use of my time. So I find people who are good enough, and I'm okay with good enough when it comes to that.
But because I have done some better though, Dave. You don't know it though. I did start hiring some people to do some of the other stuff, like you had told me. I used Fiverr instead of the other one because it was. I had tell you why. But I did. But even with that, I still got to put all the stuff.
Okay, Shawn, I have to read this comment because it's so long that it's actually blocking you and Dave.
I'm like, my eye.
Hey, Kevin.
Where?
Hey, Kevin.
Let me read this dissertation right now. You have to put your plan together in many ways and do it. 2, step out on faith and use every resource and connection you have and be only concerned about the yes and not the no to grow your financial wealth building. 3, many people said my clothing line would fail, but I would take no for an answer. So you don't take no for an answer. Keep trying and watch God put the right people in your path to help you get to the next level of making money. So there is no more worrying.
Okay,
that is the comment from Kevin Kurtz.
KevinKurtzy.com.
KevinKurtzy.com. This last 3 minutes were brought to you by KevinKurtzy.com.
Yes.
Y'all getting a whole lot of sponsorships out here. I feel like I'm getting robbed.
We actually do. We do have some sponsors. We got Lavish and Wink by Janelle's. That's who provides my lashes for me. Oh, yeah. And there's KevinKurtzy.com.
And I bet you're charging them peanuts. Don't even say nothing. We already know. It's okay. It's all right. Here's the thing, man. I value me. And people are like, well, you charge that much. Damn right. You want to know why? Do you know what it's like watching people, take one tip and then they turn around and make $250,000 off of it? It's shitty if you didn't charge them enough up front.
But ain't some people scared to not to have business if you want to go lower so you can get interest versus trying to overcharge people from the rip?
Bro, I'm sorry. Versace said what? I'm sorry. Maybach said what? I'm sorry. Lamborghini said what? I'm sorry. Steak 48 said what? Like, I'm sick of y'all acting as if it's not an uncommon thing for people off rip with absolutely no qualifiers, with absolutely no benefit, without any love or connection to your community, other than the fact that they come into your community and they take a vacuum and suck your money out. You got absolutely no problem.
Hey, I'm backing away from my square because Dave, you were fucking Jay Black and showing you up this morning. Let me get out of here.
You go get some of this too, Mike. I don't know if he's going to go get himself a black and mild. He already know his ass is next. But no, the thing of it is, right, you gotta, if you don't have the stomach for taking a couple of down days or a couple of down weeks in business, then you don't need to be in business. Go on back to your cubicle where it's safe. It's that simple, right? Like there's still times, where it's like, ooh, I've invested in this, that, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, whew, damn, it's a little tight this month. But what I'm trading on is my freedom. I can drop everything and take my kid to the doctor. I can drop everything and, go down to DC and get my other kid. I can do what my wife needs me to do. Like there's a million and one things I can do that the business gives me the freedom to do. And you should be preparing for that. But here's the thing. If you charged your worth, you wouldn't be worrying about more month at the end of the money or whether or not you're not going to have business. And if you think that you're not going to have business, congratulations. You're absolutely right. You're going to lose.
Well, I did good. I signed I have a contract with a school and I actually charged them a fee. Not $500.
Charge what you're worth and what you believe, not what you think people will spend.
Absolutely, and then add tax.
I'm in your pockets, son. David's saying I'm in your pockets.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna call. It's some people, and it is some people that I thought of calling about the, sponsoring the podcast. So I'm gonna call those people today.
You know, I was, you know, when I was an unmarried younger man, I was thinking about trying to ask Halle Berry on a date. That doesn't give me a date with Halle Berry. Like thinking versus doing.
Yeah. So I'm
How
gonna
many
do
you
it
do
today.
Listen, for years I was thinking about losing 100 pounds. I didn't get the 100 pounds off of me.
So that's motivation. 2022, we got to step out, do what you need to do. Stop dragging your feet, people. Stop being lazy. Stop wanting to flip money fast. Put the work in. You got to put the energy and work in.
Tangible tips.
Tangible tips. Top tangible tips for 2022.
Financial inspiration.
I like
these people on Instagram talking about, I want that too. All right. Click that link in my bio.
Hit that link in Dave's bio.
He said add the text.
Bio. And
Listen.
pay to make money. To make money.
Roth IRA, Alibaba.
Right. We got the Alibaba. If you want to start your own thing, all you got to find is an Amazon fulfillment center. Go to Alibaba.com. You can actually get one of their products. You don't have to create anything. You can buy their products for dirt cheap, and you can sell it on your own. And Amazon, Dave said, takes care of all that. That's something I'm interested because it seems like something that is just tangible that once I spend $300 on a product, then it just is on Amazon.com and people go there and they see it, correct?
Correct. The other thing that you can do, even if you don't want to do that, I'm gonna give you the dirt simple thing you can do on Amazon. You can create a sharing account on Amazon, right? And what that does is, so say they pick any product, right? People like products or whatnot. You can create a store on Amazon using Amazon products that are already there. Or if people like something, you're in a conversation with somebody, be like, yo, I just got this for my kid, and you send them a link. Right, and it goes to regular Amazon. They'll never know it, but anytime somebody buys something from that link that you send out, Amazon kicks you back some money. Costs you nothing.
Wow, because you're doing work for Amazon. That's dope.
So can a small business owner get their stuff on Amazon? Like say, like my wife doing her, like she can sell her clothing on Amazon.
Happens every day.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not hard.
But I guess they get that extra cut. They get the percentage off of that too, though, versus going to your own website. That's where
and that's the thing. Like even with my books, all of my books are on Amazon. All of my books are bestsellers on Amazon. But I send people to my website because I got these books. I can sign it and send it out. And let's say a book cost me, I'll make up a number, but it's within the range. Let's say the book cost me $5. Right? If that book is $20 and it costs me another $3 to $5 to send it, I'm still making $10 and $15 on each book, as opposed to Amazon getting 40%, 50% of that money that was coming in from my book. I can just cut them out. I just buy them in bulk and then go on about my business. But please click the link in my bio because y'all can come get this work.
That link for real.
Yes, Kevin, me and Jay had a conversation about that, and you on the list for me to call today. You are.
We talked
yes,
about
you are.
So yeah, and let's remember that everybody who's scared or has that fear is just an emotion, y'all.
It is.
It shouldn't dictate what you attempt to do, what you try to do. It really should. It's really just an emotion, y'all. So don't. We all got that emotion in us, but you just got to walk through that fear because you got what it takes to make it happen. If you got the passion for it, you're just doing the legwork now.
I think Dave should do an example and use us. We should do something that Dave suggests as a unit, and then we can all track the success of it, and then we can be an example to others. So Dave, you should figure out something that we could do as a show. With all of us here in the Squares and Mo, and what can we do, and then go from there and let people follow that journey, and we can post about it. That's my.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Alicia said my book is $20 on Amazon, and she gets $6.78 from Amazon.
But you don't hear me.
That's not good though, right, Dave? Is that good?
That's horrible. That's horrible because she could buy 100 copies of her book for like $200-$300 and then sell each one of those books for $25 because they're limited edition numbered autographed versions of that book. Then she could also put in that package a flyer about her business, all those types of things, something with a QR code to get them to register on her site with a 20% discount on any service that they want to use for her clinic, right? Because she's got that clinic. She's a nurse practitioner, right? So that does three things. Number one, it cuts down the take Amazon gets because they get their $2-3 up front. Number two, it gives you a path directly to the consumer. And number three, it builds your list so you can circle back with them. And it incentivizes them to use your service because you've given them a discount code, right? Just by putting an insert inside that book and signing and numbering the book that you autographed. Dirt simple. I would never let Amazon make that much money off of my written word.
Wow. All right, y'all. What do we have next? Because I don't want to say by the day we ain't got nothing next.
No,
we got Sexy Mo ain't here. Is Shawnee gonna spit
we're gonna be spitting it with Shawnee Scott. We're gonna have Shawnee do some entertainment news since Mo is really sick. Hopefully it's not COVID. I know her son's school got shut down, his classroom, because of COVID and close contact. So we're hoping she doesn't have it, but she's really sick. So feel better, Mo. But maybe Shawnee can sit in and spit some entertainment news.
All right. You just have one story. All we need is one story. We got Dave in here. Story? Yeah, don't feel, if you get two, that's cool, but don't feel no pressure.
Okay, well, we already talked about Kanye, but Chadwick Boseman is in the news.
All right, so give me 1 minute. Everybody stay right there. We're gonna take a quick 60-second break.
Take a break? Okay.
My leg right now is cramped up, and I don't know what I did to it, but this shit hurts for real in real life. Okay, so I just need to walk it off a little bit. We'll come right back. I'll inhale. We will have Dave, the business bully, guest star with Shawnee Scott, Spitting Dirt, and Jay Black. And then we gotta let Shawnee. We can't pressure Shawnee too much because she has at least 50 cold calls that she has to
she gotta make.
She has to make when she gets off the air today. This is Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Be right back, y'all. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. No, get in. No, I know you an alligator, so get in. Take that. Get up in here. Get. The more I watch this clip, the more Gene is crazy. Get your ass and the tail, and we need the tail in there. Think I'm playing? I'm gonna recycle your ass. Get in there.
I'm gonna recycle your ass.
I'm gonna recycle your ass. Yo, that is nutty. The more I look at that clip, ladies and gentlemen,
what's up, fellas? What's going on?
Alligator Gene is in the building. Alligator Gene is in the building. All right.
Listen. I say this: if I can put an alligator in a trash can, Ben Simmons can put a basket in, a bucket in a basket. You dig?
Yo, not a Ben Simmons stab early in the morning. No, Philly motherfucker. Yo, Philly motherfucker. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Oh, he's still walking.
It was super fast.
What, a minute? Y'all said a minute.
Hey, we're back. So Michael Shawn and the Takeover. yeah.
Michael Shawn and Takeover Legends. Jay Black, Michael Shawn, our guest Dave Anderson, the business bully, Shawnee Scott. I guess you gonna roll me in.
Yeah, so we don't know if these stories are true. We don't know. I don't even know what she's going to talk about. But we're going to have some fun, and she's going to give some entertainment news and filling in for Sexy Mo. We have Spitting It with Shawnee Scott. Good morning, Shawnee Scott.
Good morning. Well, Chadwick Boseman is in the news because of his character T'Challa from Black Panther. His brother is saying, so my understanding is that they're going to do a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
They got some actors to come on and play, but his brother is saying that Chad didn't think that T'Challa needed to live in a Black Panther franchise. So, who is gonna play in this upcoming Black Panther? I don't know who they cast to play T'Challa, or if they even
they're not recasting him, which is complete and utter BS. The reason being. Right, everybody else gets recast.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm outside the club.
Yeah.
Me too. Mike's phone must have died.
Okay, well, I'll just get out of that then. But yeah, everybody else gets recast. Heath Ledger died. They went and got another Joker. Superman got paralyzed on a horse. They went and got another Superman. There've been several Supermen. There've been 1,000,001 Batmans. Val Kilmer. George Clooney, Michael Keaton,
James
everybody
Bond.
else. Yeah, there's literally been 9 James Bonds, but you trying to tell me we can't have more than one Black Panther? He's so tied to the role. Even Chadwick said he didn't want to be seen, in characters. He wanted to see other people's interpretation of characters. So I'm trying to understand why this is a thing. It's ridiculous.
I think we're honoring him, but it's not. I don't think it's the right. I agree with you, Dave. Yeah. I think somebody should be able to carry on the legacy, so we have Black Panther for
3,
forever.
4. Yeah, because that like we didn't get these comic books growing up when we were kids. We didn't see the black characters, or we didn't know they were black.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a comic book,
unless you were really into it, but if you
Okay,
just
I'm
got
just a
up every
nerd.
Saturday morning and
Yeah,
you
my
just
mom.
watch regular cartoons on TV, you didn't really know.
My
that.
poor mom didn't know. She threw out my Green Lantern 1, 2, and 3.
What?
Yeah.
It was my bad because I should have cleaned my room. I should
gone, like they gone.
They gone. It was 1, 2, and 3. I didn't even like Green Lantern. I just got lucky one time at this comic book spot out here in Jersey. Me and my friend used to go out there, and I caught a Green Lantern 1. And then next thing I know, I kept going, and there was literally I found them. I don't know how that even that's absurd. You would never find something like that, but I got lucky. But it happened. But yeah, I think Black Panther should continue on. Here, Business Bully. Oh, you got another story on it?
Well, we talked about Kanye and Kim, and I was just going to talk about that today. You know, Kim is saying, well, Kanye wants back in, and Kim is like, no, but we have to say congratulations to Kim because she finally passed her bar exam.
Wow.
Oh, she get to be a lawyer now.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Wow. She passed.
What's wrong, Dave?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? And I know I got jokes. I got jokes. But we keep forgetting who her dad was.
Yeah. Dad was an attorney.
No, he wasn't just an attorney.
He was the attorney.
He was the attorney. Like, there is something to be said that sometimes you catch genes from your parents that you just like have a natural gift for. And that bar, I've seen people have to take that bar multiple times. So God bless her, man.
So why the face, Dave? Why you don't think that Kim would make a good attorney?
I don't think it's a matter of whether or not she'd make a good attorney. I think that a lot of times your attorney can distract, from what's actually happening. I do like the fact that she's gotten a couple of people off of death row and gotten their sentences commuted. I'm here for all of that. I think if she can do it, by all means, pull it off.
And that's a good point because it could be used against her in a courtroom, just her persona alone.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in front of a jury, they might.
Right, because I would just say I would say she's tampering the jury just by her very presence.
Well, that's something that can be said. Now, the one thing I will say about lawyers, a lawyer is only as good as their financial resources to have a team. And one thing she could put together is a damn good team with forensics and stuff like that. But God bless her. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Congratulations to Kim.
If I was rich like that, do you really think I'd be studying anything? You'd be lucky enough for me to study the guide on my remote control. I wouldn't be studying anything. Yeah, man, listen.
That might be her true calling, though.
It might be. And Kanye, hey, man, leave the girl alone already. When my dad told me this one time, this is one of the greatest pieces of advice that was so real. I was dating this girl, right? And I put her through hell, which I put most of my females through. But this one, and I remember my dad hearing me on the phone, right? Talking, making my way back into her life. And when I got off the phone, this is when we had house phones. I'm dating myself. I'm on the phone walking around. It's the cordless with the little white cordless with the antenna. And I'm working my magic. I'm getting right back into this girl's life. And I hung up the phone. And my dad said, leave that girl alone. You were just going to do the same thing you already did. And I don't even know what you did. You are not going to be faithful. Dog, you're 19 years old. Just go run them streets and be the asshole you are. And that's how my dad would talk to me. Just be the asshole you are. He said, because you're 19. Don't feed her this stuff and make her believe that she's going to come eat dinner with us and everything's all good on Sunday, but you running the streets Monday through Saturday. And I left her alone. Kanye, leave her alone.
But he ain't running the streets. He just
running the streets.
He got mental problems.
He's running the world streets.
That's his wife. They're married.
No,
she's some side chick.
You gotta leave. No, you gotta leave her alone, dog. First of all, you haven't been committed to fixing your situation. So until you figure out how you're gonna fix that, like, dog, it's got to, like I said it earlier, that's got to be a crazy feeling not knowing who you're gonna wake up to. Like, that's got to be a crazy feeling not knowing what's gonna come out this dude's mouth, and you got kids that you have to explain this to. You always got to explain his actions to the kids. Daddy's just like this. Daddy, you got to understand, daddy doesn't mean to do this and that. You know, one day he's talking about hoes, the next day he's spiritually doing Sunday services, the next day he's talking about people trying to smash his wife, the next day he doesn't like his wife, he doesn't want to be with his wife, the next day he's in Wyoming with 30,000 acres raising cattle, and then the next thing you know, he's got some ugly pair of sneakers on. You don't know what kind of, you don't know what he's gonna do. I can't do it no more.
And just like Sexy Mo, we have to retract and make sure we're quoting this right. Kim passed the baby bar. It's a difference.
There's a baby bar?
There's a baby bar. That's the one that she officially passed. So there's others that she got to take to be the Robert.
She got to take the main.
Yeah, yes. So, but she passed the baby bar.
Y'all can't let that girl live. Let me tell you something. If I passed the baby bar, y'all would never say nothing. Y'all be like, he passed the bar. Let's celebrate.
Yeah, let's celebrate.
But it's getting. I wish one of y'all would say I passed the baby bar.
All right. Well, I got something for y'all. The last thing, spitting it with Shawnee Scott. So, the trending sound on TikTok is Tank's challenge. Can we talk? So, I want to challenge y'all. I want to hear y'all sing. Can we talk? All the guys are doing it.
See, I think Dave can say. I think Dave can say.
Can we talk for a minute?
And the funny thing is, Lunel said, you know, the challenge is you have to be on that pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And Lunel, for all the weed Lunel smoked, comedian Lunel, she wasn't bad. I mean, she wasn't a singer, but she wasn't bad. You could tell at some point in her younger years, she might have been.
Yeah, come on. Okay, Jay, go, Jay.
No, this is Mike and Dave.
Okay.
No. Dave ain't got the throat for it. Dave's still recovering from a cold.
Hold up, but you got to go to the hook because I don't know the words of this song. I love the song, but I don't know the.
Okay.
This was my song.
Yeah, this is a dope song.
This is hot.
Okay.
Wait, it's coming. It's coming. Hold on. You getting ready?
Here we go, Mike.
Oh, this is gonna be horrible. I just smoked the black and mild.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. Hit it.
Can we go a minute? I want to know your name. That's it.
Okay, Jay. Come on, Jay. You got to do
Jay's
it.
scared.
Come on, Jay.
Yeah, he too cool for the room.
Come on, Jay.
He the cool kid in class.
I'm the DJ today.
He's scared. Go ahead.
Now that was good though. So now Shawnee's the real singer. Let's talk about that. Shawnee can really sing.
Dave, you do it.
No, Dave ain't got the. I'm telling you, Dave ain't got the throat.
God.
Dave ain't got the throat today.
Pause.
See, when you on the
pause. Big pause.
See, if the ovaries, if all the ovaries were on here, all the ovaries would participate. I got all this testosterone, and y'all just
I think it's jacked up that Tank has the challenge, and nobody's giving Tevin Campbell any credit for an incredible
I was
song.
thinking the same damn thing.
Well,
How
somebody
is Tevin
asked
Campbell?
Tevin to do it, and Tevin was like, "How you gonna ask the originator to be a part of this challenge?"
But that's the whole point. We want you to be. We want you to.
Well, he does participate with one girl. There is a girl.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. There's a
Well,
girl.
that's a sentence you don't hear every day. Tevin Campbell participating with a girl.
With a girl.
Damn, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, he did it with a girl.
The comedian side.
Let's see.
I want to hear Shawnee sing though, because Shawnee can hold a note.
Why you want to hear me sing?
Why you want to hear us sing? You just made everybody
out there, then you not
because
do it. You the one to put it out there.
The guys were the ones that were out there doing it.
Lunel is a female. She sung. What are you talking
just said
about?
he participated with a girl, so stop lying and start singing.
Oh yeah, it was one girl.
Hold on. Get on my IG. If we're gonna do this, hold on.
Let Shawnee sing. I want to hear
let everybody
sing.
Get on the IG.
I want to hear Jay sing. What's up with that?
Jay's scared. Jay be talking that talk. Jay ain't down to put himself out there like that.
I'm not a singer. I've never once proclaimed to be a singer.
It's just fun, Jay. That's all. We just having some fun.
It's about you. People want to hear Shawnee. They want to hear somebody that can really potentially.
Everybody wants to hear Jay Black.
Shawnee can just do. Shawnee
put a J on my Instagram live, or put a comment. Put a J. Just
no, man, stop the ball. They let's say Shawnee sing.
Shawnee can just do karaoke.
All right, let's go. It's hashtag TikTok is the Can We Talk at the Real Tank Challenge coming up. We got our girl Shawnee Scott, Media Room 360. She's about to show us.
I can never figure out how to do this on the.
And we come on, y'all.
Oh, Dave, you know what we need to know? I told him this yesterday. How you put the pictures up in the background on Instagram Live?
She's a Republican. She's a Republican.
She goes all the way. She just destroys the momentum of everything.
Oh no, I mean we can. No, I don't destroy the momentum.
No, when you go into your Instagram Live, you start singing the Tevin Campbell challenge, and then we can talk about that.
Okay.
Come on, girl.
All right. Well, come on. I'm gonna sing. I'm not gonna say how well I'm gonna do.
Mike, throw it to her. Mike, throw it to her. Mike, set her up.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of our main ovaries of the show, the entrepreneur, the sensational, the lovely Shawn Sky.
Where my music, Jay?
You gotta have music now too.
You ain't on the IG Live, so yeah, you gonna work.
Hey,
boy, I want to know your name.
She want to know your name. Oh, okay.
I thought you were all right.
No, that's all Mike did. That's all
I would have done more if I would have known I would have got more. That's what happens in sex.
Well, you give more than I
give more. I give more when I think you're going to get. I'll give more.
I give more.
He said, I gave you, you gave me. I blazed you, you blazed me.
There you go. There we at.
Anybody got any business? The main ovaries, yes, the ovaries of the show. I love my ovaries. Shout out to Leah Frazier. We ain't had Leah Frazier. I think Leah Frazier might be able to hold a note. I'm not sure.
Is Leah in Africa right now?
Oh, I don't know.
I think she's in Africa right now.
Because Leah be doing stuff and just talk about it like real, like on a regular conversation. Like I be testing her. I was like, what you been doing? Where you at? Africa. You don't just say Africa. You just like, you set us up. Like, let us know.
Remember, it was something we was talking. They said, yeah, the Bobby Brown Prerogative song. Yeah. And like casually, like, wait, you affiliated with that?
What you looking for?
Okay, here's the one with Tevin Campbell.
For a minute.
Hey.
Girl, I want to know your name.
This is Ashley.
Can we talk for a minute?
Oh.
Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Oh, damn.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
God knew not to let me be able to sing.
No, you'd have 15 more kids.
What man, I would have impregnated the earth. You hear me?
Oh, but Tevin, I was like, oh my God, Tevin, what's going on?
You know what's going on.
I would have been Nick Cannon out this joint.
His stream's going up though. I give him that. He probably loving that.
Oh man, I know Tevin Campbell is. He should be making money off the streams. Yeah,
he should be. He's a performer.
Yeah, Tevin Campbell should definitely be making money off those streams. Okay, so the show, Jay, you want to get on IG or you want to stay off? It's up to you. I have some business proposals. Business bully, let me know if you think these will work.
All right, let me in.
These are not serious. You already know this is going to be a mess.
Wait. I'm just trying to think ahead of the game. I feel like I've been trapped in a box.
Okay.
And you tell me what you think, Shawn.
Yes,
I have this first idea, because of COVID and how everybody was I have this new thing. I have ideas called virtual daycare, where you just put your kids on the square.
Virtual daycare?
And I just watch them.
Okay.
No, they.
How old are the kids?
How do you stop the kids if the kid is about to burn the house down? Like the liability insurance is going to be insane.
I think that depends on your upbringing of the kids. Like I need to, there's got to be specific kids who listen to vocal demands, like verbal demands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a stop, nap time.
Yeah, next business plan. That one won't work. I don't think he was going to take that.
Unless your kids have been trained at Petco.
If you're hungry, turn the oven on.
Virtual daycare. Somebody said that's a real thing on IG.
Is that a real thing? Virtual daycare?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Get out of here. There's really virtual daycare.
It's got to be like story time and sing along.
Yeah, story time, sing along. Mary had a little lamb. I don't know any of.
The only way that would work is if the parent is someplace in the house.
Bam! There you go. This is why Dave is serious about stuff. Dave just got an angle.
They said for real.
we can accompany the kids while the parents are upstairs, so they got
Right.
somebody. You know what I mean? Yes. Wait,
no.
us.
There's a market for that. I think there's a market for that.
Let me put a star
Yeah,
in
Like
there.
story time, sing along, arts and crafts, that type of thing. Yeah, no, you could do activities. I think it could actually work. But like the parent dropping the kid off at virtual daycare and then just going to the bingo hall,
Okay.
that's not gonna fly.
That's not gonna fly. That's not gonna fly. Michael Shawn singing. Michael Shawn takes care of your kids. Singing all types of raunchy. Okay, all right. Here's another one. All right. Once again, but this is for the ovaries. I guess it's not just the ovaries now. I guess everybody. I would like to open. I'm in training, but I would like to open a sex toy repair shop. A sex toy repair, because some of y'all be breaking them sex toys, and y'all need repairs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they could be what?
Just buy another one.
Yeah, but some people can't afford to buy another one. Maybe I can fix it for cheaper. You know, like a cell phone repair spot. Like when your screen is no.
But we're in COVID. Like the germs, like there's.
I think
you just buy another one. I mean,
you got sanitizer. You got sanitizer.
Okay, but how about these?
Now, if you wanted to do something seriously though, when it comes to that, if you sex toy repair might not be the business, but sex toy insurance, where they pay you a fee every month. And you replace their toy if it malfunctions or breaks down or gets damaged.
That's a good business.
There's a market in that.
Okay, Dave.
Dude, see, y'all thought it was a game.
No, that's
There's no
actually
such
a
thing
good
as a bad idea. There's no such thing as a bad. Well, we just had to.
We had to tweak it. That's what I do. I come in and I tweak the idea. I tweak.
Look at that. Look at that right there. All right. I think that's all I had.
Sexual toy. Wow. Okay.
Sex toy repair, virtual daycare is what I had.
And insurance. You got insurance now for your sexual toys.
How you break a sex toy?
If you don't know,
you don't know these scandalous hoes I've been.
You break a sex toy.
Almost
snap
broke
that
me.
thing in half.
This hoe almost broke me. I almost had to get a repair. I almost went to the repair shop. Hey.
Now you're gonna have to get double insurance for that rose. If you know, I don't know if y'all know about that rose.
Somebody brought that up at the comedy show I did Sunday, the rose. How about Braille karaoke? Like you
But we all going to hell.
DJ Touchtone
A minute.
with Braille karaoke, where the lyrics are in Braille.
Stop.
Is there how many blind singers? I mean, all right, there's Stevie Wonder, there's Ray Charles, there's the Blind Boys Choir Harlem, and then there's the guy who sings "I'm Stroking." Other than that, is there a huge
like
market
DJ,
for?
listen,
They can hear though.
But DJ Touchtone would.
But they can't read the words, Shawnee. You're not thinking about.
The words,
he's trying to create an inclusive thing for people who are handy capable. So like they want to be able to participate in karaoke too, but they got to listen to the song. They might not be able to pick up the clue, but then they hear like the tone, and then they can start. Last night I saw you standing.
Hey.
I see the humbleness there. There you go.
That's hilarious.
Braille
karaoke.
I don't even understand. I don't understand why I'm getting more support from a guest that comes on here than my teammates that are here every morning. Like, why would y'all?
I don't think there's a market for it.
Y'all trying to dim my light. Y'all trying to dim my light. Y'all trying to dim my light.
That one was thin. The first two actually had some merit. That one's a little thin though, because it's not enough demand. There's not enough market. I just named all the blind singers I've ever heard of.
No, but you didn't name all the blind people in America that want to go to karaoke.
They might want to sing.
I'm not considering that profitable sub niche. That's the problem. I got to expand my vision.
Is that if they're blind, they already know they can't see, so they probably already know the words.
You assume they ain't no people who are blind.
Everybody ain't got just because you got you're blind doesn't necessarily mean you got a good memory. You might not be able to remember all the words to can we talk?
This one
Wouldn't you just like to have the option?
Yes, exactly. When you like, I don't know all the words to the songs, and I got
sight. You can do Braille lyric sheets for for songs that don't necessarily get on like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a bunch of like when I was playing in like high school and college band, there were certain songs that we'd have to like, transcribe ourselves and like break down the notes and the parts. But if you already have the lyrics for songs that necessarily don't always get the burn, like you'll find Whitney Houston, but are you really going to find like 2 Chainz? Like there might be a market for that. Braille lyrics.
Deaf people.
Yes.
Deaf people doing karaoke.
Somebody
in the comments said, "What about deaf people?"
Oh, No, it would be the vibrations. They would have to have the vibrate. I guess they would have to know the words. They would have to know the melody. Yeah. Okay, that one.
They can't.
How about for guys? I'm gonna call it. It's called weave perfume, and this is for chicks that's weaves are stinky.
That's a good idea.
And you just spray it when she's over your house, because ain't nothing worse than a bad weave all on your pillows, because that's bad. So
but you can't call it weave perfume. You got to call it like extension expressions.
Extension expressions.
You can market that.
Expression.
Expression.
And it's just something. It's just a little bottle,
a little small, discreet bottle. You know, nothing no bigger than this.
I think the girls need. I need the females need that too, though, because some weaves do be stinking like.
I think like that with the cigarette smoke smell.
Well, and then sometimes they keep it in too long, and so the hair starts mildewing up under. You got to wash your hair, so that's where that smell starts. Yeah, if you leave it in, because I've heard stylists say, "Oh, you can leave it in for 6 months." Nah, we can't leave this in for 6 months. Nah, 4 weeks. I need come back really every 2 weeks. I want you to take it out and put it back in. Shampoo my hair.
All right, so
but if you do it with essential oils, because if you use perfume, what you're not thinking about is the fact that you have a drying agent in there sitting on top of fragrance. That's alcohol. So if you use something that is essential oils based, it could actually oil. It could actually oil the scalp and provide a scent that would last longer, as opposed to using regular perfume. So there's a market for that.
And somebody said you make it in the same size bottle as the Bluntville spray. I don't know what that is, but I like the
Bluntville spray.
I like the fact that you're joining it.
That's why I like Ashley. Yeah.
Ashley, thank you. See, some people take us seriously. It's hard being a genius in this game. Like, it's hard.
It's hard being a genius.
It's hard. Like, you just trying to be different.
Out here for a G.
The guy that said Braille karaoke. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna wrap it up. So virtual daycare has been turned into virtual accompaniment, because we're gonna accompany the child while you're in the house. So we can take care of the sex toy repair, turned into sex toy insurance.
Well, and then you can subcontract through a firm.
Subcontract through a firm. Now we're there. Braille karaoke is going to be what sets the world on fire. Like, if I was on Shark Tank, I believe if I took this idea to Shark Tank, Braille karaoke, I believe they'd invest. Extension expression is for stinky weaves, and you could be subtle, just a little squirt, or maybe just spray it like actually on your pillow before she lays on the pillow. So it might be a little. She might be offended if you do it right in her.
The pillow be stinking like that?
No, I thought it was the weave. I don't know what it was.
The hair.
Just call it the hair. We need direct application.
All right.
It's been fun.
Yes, it's been fun. I think, Jay, you got to go to therapy or something?
I gotta go.
Jay always got to go.
I got a meeting.
I got a meeting too. I got some meetings.
You got some calls
to make.
Shawn, you got to
I'm going to make some phone calls. Kevin, I'm calling you as soon as we get off of here.
Shawn, got 700 cold calls. Yeah. She calling the Catholic Church. She calling everybody. You make them phone calls, girl. Look, I need insurance on my bullets.
Oh,
see?
God. That's your first order. And on that note.
Ladies and gentlemen, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand, there's only one thing in life that is guaranteed: it will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. If you see something funny, laugh your ass off. And understand, we fight for everything in life: parking spots, the big piece of chicken. Fight for your happiness and never let somebody take it from you. Michael Shawn, Jay Black, Shawnee Scott, the business bully. Sexy Mo will be back soon. Hope you feel better, sweetie. It's the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't